Can I do my testimony now?
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Hey,
Do
go
it
for
is.
it, man.
Do it is, yeah. I saw like one of my brethrens, I ain't seen in a minute or whatever, and obviously he's got like children as well, innit? And basically like they were talking about how like every time like they go somewhere, like the older daughter's like she's fine, like, she'll go around, all that kind of stuff. But the younger daughter's not really, she don't feel comfortable in it. So she keeps herself to herself, all that kind of stuff, yeah. And like she clings to them basically, innit? Obviously they come to the house or whatever, and she's just been moving freely around the house, like giving me high five, and they're like, raw, like she don't give no one high five, all that kind of stuff, yeah. And then the other day, like again, one of my other brethren, that to be fair, it hasn't been as long. Hadn't seen his daughter in a while. She saw me, she ran up to me, like jumped, hugged me, all that kind of stuff, yeah. And I was just like, where? Like, do you know what it is? Like I'm so grateful for like the community in it, in terms of like, I feel like there's certain flavours that we've lost in it. And I feel like in terms of taking our kids to other people's houses, them coming to our house, and just what that felt like when we were growing up, I feel like we've lost that flavour. But then, like, it's almost like with our brethren, one of the things that's so lit is that even though I might not see you often, when I see you, it's a link up, it's a celebration. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And to have that with the children as well, I'm just like, I thank God, obviously. But obviously, at the same time, I'm not saying that this should continue the same way it is. But I'm just saying that I'm still thankful that there is still that affinity towards each other, all that kind of stuff.
No, I hear it. So that's why the other day when I called you, so on the phone, and then when your daughter came in the room, and I was like, I put on speaker. Let me see if she knows it's me.
By voice.
So when I said hello, and I was like, who is this? And she's like, oh, Uncle Shay. I was like, you get that feeling of, all right, cool. Do you know
It's
what I
always
mean?
nice, man. It's always nice.
It's nice. So
it's nice.
it's funny. I took my godson one of these trampoline parks yesterday. I took him yesterday. Bro, my plan was let him jump. I'll sit on the side. It was like, nah, if you don't come, I don't want to do it. Because it's only him. So I was like, so I said, all right, cool, man. I'll go inside. I said, I ain't doing too much, man. I'll do bits. Bro, went inside, me and him started playing. There's like a dodgeball bit, Started playing dodgeball. So people started coming in to like join us. Bro, I was whacking them kids, bro. I was what, bro? When I say bro, because some of them as well, they're good. Do you get me? I know they're bare agile. They're jumping. I was, bro, listen, I was spiking that thing, And then
I saw something the other day where there was like a swimming pool with like a pair of those balls in it.
Oh, I saw that. What? And the dad was doing WWE wrestling.
Oh, listen, it's a new dream unlocked. You know what I'm trying to say? Because I do it with my son now, innit? In terms of like, I'll just rough him up a bit, innit? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, just like, I'll slap him in bed, all that. He's like running away from it and all that kind of stuff, And then sometimes I might just pick him up and dash him on the chair or dash him on the bed and all that kind of stuff. But doing it in the swimming pool is a whole new thing. So I can't wait, bro.
So while I was there, there was I think it was a dad or older brother. You know, there's those gladiator things where you stand on the pole and you have to hit each other off. So I don't know why this guy came up to me, by the way. Like, but he was like to him, like no one's beat him, you know. No one's beat this guy. I said, oh, what? Oh, we're going now, man. My godson's like, you might as well. I'm like, I might as well.
You have to win. You have to win.
So I've jumped on and the guy had to be bare humble. That he's like, oh, you know what? Like, I've got two techniques. One always wins. The other one, I can do. Like, what one do you want? Basically, the technique that wins or fair fight. I said, no,
do your best, innit?
Bro,
what was his technique?
So he trying to just like hit from the legs.
Go from legs.
So just smack me with the legs.
Okay.
Bro, the way I clapped the youth,
Oh my god.
The way listen, full force, bro, that smashed it, bro. The guy dropped off. I just threw the thing. I walked off. I felt bad victorious.
Do you remember when we had it at
the yard?
Your yard.
I did a barbecue for like context. I did a barbecue one time, innit? And we had like, our missus always finds these like quirky like bouncy castle places, bouncy castle.
Castle.
But and we found one that was like a proper gladiator pit sort of thing in it, and it came with like the things that he's talking about. So I remember you two even went there.
Yeah.
Too funny.
It's a joke still.
See people like it was just a fun time.
You just don't want to lose.
Losing
is too humiliating. You fall off as well, innit?
It's
like, what's going on?
You fall down. It's
falling over. It's childish, man. You know what I mean?
And it's funny because you don't want to come across as a tryhard as well.
You don't try to be hard.
They're trying to be hard to win and all that kind of stuff.
What are you sweating for against
Bro,
me?
I was sweating bare yesterday still. I was so angry. I was sweating bare.
Aye, nah, I
fam.
hear it still.
How old
It's
is
got to
he
be
now?
done still.
How old? 10.
Oh, okay. Is that yes?
No, 11.
Year 7.
11. Year 7.
Oh, year 7.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Year 7 still.
Damn.
So yeah, it's funny still. Even the question I'm asking him in the car, so we're driving. I'm like, so what's
What school said?
school saying?
Year
Like,
7's a crossroads still.
huh?
It's a crossroads.
But one
still.
thing I told him though, we have a thing. I said, listen, in this life, one thing you can never do is lie to me. In this life, I said, listen, never. That's one thing. Just don't lie. So one time he must have gone out after school. His mum was like, bro, like you're taking very long to get home. So I shouted him, like, where are you? So he told me where he is. He said, I said, well, why didn't you tell your mum? I said, he's on his way home now. So I just called his mum and said, no,
Yeah,
man,
he's
he's on
on
his
his
way. No worry, I was like, hey,
That's
you get me?
so funny.
I was like, listen, you can't lie to me. But
Yeah,
the
yeah.
peak thing about saying you can't lie to me is I also can't overreact.
Yeah. Because some of the things you're gonna
And
hear.
and you know my normal thing is like, what, fam, what's wrong with you? Or that's my normal reaction.
Yeah.
But when he says certain things,
You
I
have
just
to
have to
take.
be like,
You have to take it in.
oh, fair enough.
Oh,
That's
it's tough,
that-
though.
it's tough.
It's
So
tricky.
That's
And
why you need them uncles that are gonna play that role.
yeah,
because-
no facts,
Bro.
no facts. Because it's even hard for me to play that role.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I'm like, bro, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I was shocked. I've inherited like 5 younger brothers, bro, and like I was shocked when like one of my older sisters was basically telling me that he had a girlfriend.
How old is he?
He's just turned 16 in
I
February.
swear, that's jokes.
Yeah.
That is jokes.
And she was teasing me, and she was like that they came into the living room one time, and he was on the phone to someone, and he's like, "Don't be fearful, it's just my family," or something like that. He's like,
What are you
Don't
talking
be
like that?
don't be
Why are you talking like that?
I'm using biblical terms. Don't be fearful.
I was like,
Be fearful.
I was like, what kind of game is this, Gen Z, bro? And hey, but it's just funny because like at the same time I try to maintain a relationship where listen,
Yeah.
my thing is that I can't lie to you, like I can't do any of I can't pretend I'm not upset at something. I can't pretend I am overly joyous about something and all that kind of stuff. Like I'm very like a straight line, innit?
Yeah.
And do you know what it is? I don't really want to be any other way, you know. Like I just want to be honest with you. I don't want to feel like I have to sugarcoat things.
Yeah.
Do you get?
Yeah.
So I want you to feel like every time you come to me, like I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
it might be hard to hear, but you know I want the
Yeah.
best for you.
Yeah.
I had to say that to my daughter the other day. I was like, listen, you lot, when I tell you lot often that, don't be getting overly sad about it because at the end of the day, I just want the best for you.
Yeah,
Do you get what I'm
yeah,
trying to say? So I'm gonna tell you, if you're gonna do something that's gonna cause you harm or it's not gonna be good for
Yeah,
you in
I'm
the
gonna tell
future,
you.
I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you like with a certain vim because I don't want you to do that thing.
Yeah.
Do you get?
I feel like our gen is different anyway, man. Because like, again, my godson, we'll have certain games nights. My godson's coming. And you're participating. I was like, bro, what kind of privilege do you think?
Yeah.
You think,
When we're
bro,
young, we think
when I was
we're chilling with
younger,
uncles.
and I'm
Games night.
what? I'm going to bed. I have to go to bed. Do you get me?
Upstairs.
And you're here playing with us, even suggesting, oh, let's do this, let's do that. Like he's 11, he knows how to play Monopoly,
First.
bro.
Fairs.
He knows how to play Monopoly now.
Fairs,
So
fairs.
taught
That's
him.
solid, though.
He's play, huh?
That's solid though.
Bro, we taught him. I was like, listen, no mercy as well.
Wow.
And no mercy, bro. Start trickling him, be like, nah, let's swap.
Ah.
Let's swap. Fam, you know how to play, but it's good. Our gen is different though. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what they're getting involved with now,
Yeah,
it's
and
different.
you always need that uncle or that auntie that you can actually talk to. innit?
Yeah,
and I think
yeah.
some of us had it.
did you not have that when you were younger?
Yeah, Gareth though,
Who was yours?
Uncle T.
Fair,
Yeah.
fair.
So
Shit
like,
down.
Fair.
yeah,
That, like, how was that?
it was fine. But obviously, I'm not really
Because
you know, like, even now, yeah, I have a lot of people around me that I can
Chat to
like glean to and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
talk to about things, but I don't necessarily do it per se, innit?
Yeah.
And I was chatting to my sister about this the other day. I was kind of like to her, like certain times I feel like I just haven't really been through anything, quote unquote. And I was like, obviously we were just discussing it.
Yeah.
So now I got married recently, so we've moved out and stuff like that. Thank you. So we did a sibling date, innit? So we're just catching up or whatever. And I was like, I feel like I haven't really been through, quote unquote, like anything, innit? And she was like, and I'm the youngest in the house, innit? So she was like, we shielded you from a lot as well. And there's certain times when things were going on, I wasn't really around in it. So like, I might have been in uni and stuff like that. So I didn't really know certain things when things were going on and stuff like that, innit? But I say all that to say, like, I'm just mad easy going in a way, innit? And even if things do happen, because things naturally will happen, I don't feel too, okay, this thing's happened now, alright, cool, let me shout uncle, or let me, it's just kind of like, you just kind of just go with emotion,
Fam,
innit?
when I was 15, I felt like I'd gone through, I felt like I'd completed
Yeah.
life, bro.
Yeah.
I felt like, listen, I've gone through, like, Did you have people that you could chat to when you were younger? Like call and be like, oh, so I'm older.
No,
No.
which is why I shut down a lot in my relationships.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's like I didn't know how to talk, so I'd have to like process it by myself, and then I get embarrassed that I'm feeling a type of way, and then I try and move on from it because it's like, why am I upset about
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
I hear it. So I hate dwelling on like bad situations. If I'm being honest,
Mm.
like you see, like when I was young and all that kind of stuff, like, and we'll go through tough times and all that kind of stuff, like we'll pray or whatever it is, and then fam, like it's like, when's God gonna answer the prayer? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, when is it gonna be over and done with, sort of thing, innit? So I feel like I've carried that until later life and all that kind of stuff. So now my thing is like, do you know what? I'm not gonna dwell on it for very long and all that kind of stuff.
I actually hear you know my thing that I used to do bare and I had to grow out of is like a one and done prayer. If something bad's happening in my life, it's like I want to pray about it once.
And not continue.
It's like I don't want to think about that thing next week.
Yeah.
So I pray about it and I'll just be like, alright, cool. And I'll just go about life, which obviously
I do feel like there's certain things that it should be like that, but then fair enough.
yeah, but you know, it's not for situations that hasn't changed.
No, 100%.
Do you get me?
I do hear it.
You meant to pray about season, but
Tarry.
bro, Tarry.
That's the new one that they love now.
Yeah.
Hey,
heard that
what?
one still. Listen,
I feel like I've seen every top preacher, whatever it is, talk about tarry. You have to
Tarry.
tarry.
Yeah.
Sounds heavy though, doesn't it? It
No,
sounds very heavy.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
really
it does,
tarry.
it does.
But
it is.
yeah, I have to pray once, leave it, and then move on. Bare times, bro. I just didn't want to think about that thing again. And knowing you're praying, so intimate. Like you're so honest.
Yeah,
Now it's like, bro, I just don't want to deal with this.
You know, on that shielding thing, I used to get so gone at my sister when I got so gone at my sister when I got older and I found out that
certain things.
man will be having madness or whatever, and I'm fuming at the person, whatever it is, Comes to find out she's just been like to them, oh, nah, just leave it. And I was like, so, but someone told me that she done that, and I was in disbelief. I was like, nah. I was like, you lot just went on it, like you lot knew I was gonna. I called my sister, and I was like, bro, like XYZ saying XYZ. Like, what's... And she was like, yeah, she'll just be like... But I was like, why are you doing that? And I was even saying it to her, like, let's say, like, she had just done it. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But it's just like, bro, like, I've clocked now, someone said to me the other day when they came, and I hadn't seen them in a while, and they came with their daughters and all that kind of stuff. They were talking about dynamics and all that kind of stuff. And one of the things they said was that they didn't want to do something because then essentially what happens is their older daughter just becomes a second mum, basically, to the youngest, innit? And I just clocked how... Even now, like my daughter, like, because she's my firstborn, it's like a lot of ways, like the expectation I got of her, like, is she's only like a year, basically, like a year and a bit older than my son, innit?
Yeah.
But it's like the expectation I got of her is different.
No, I hear you.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? And actually, bare times, you're the responsible one, and I hate that for her.
I know what you mean.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't want that to...
But I do feel like when our level of responsibility at a younger age was very, very, very high. So, for example, you see, we were talking about the second mum thing, bro. My sister used to take me to school from like North London to like Harrow and that. Like when she was like 10, I was probably like 8.
Using the sticks.
You know what I mean? So it was like, it's not like, so that level of responsibility is stupid high. Or like, mum has to go to work, we're at home. Cool, you come home now you need to cook and you need to do blah blah blah, or you need to call my man. Or there's certain times where like again the bus journey thing, where my mum used to work in a school in Kilburn. One of my primary schools was in Edgware, and there was a straight bus there, innit? So my mum used to give us or give my sister money for the bus, basically. So for both of us, I think it was like 50p or something like that. One time she was like, so when we were having this conversation, she was like how one time she lost the money, but obviously, bro, think about it, you're like 10 or something like that. The only way for you to get back is is the money that you have in it. But she said something like she was crying, and then the bus driver was just like, oh yeah, like come on, sort of thing. But the level of responsibility that we had was mad, like mad high because of circumstance. And now, by the grace of God, we're in better situations. So even though like there's certain things where it's like actually it's still it's slightly different.
What was your family setup like? How many siblings have you got?
Just one little brother.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you was the
second mum.
To be honest, it's like Asian families are so different. My mom was very present, so was my dad. But I think everything went downhill when she died in 2014. And then from there, it was like, I remember the first day from school, my friends saw me with a bag of chicken and chips.
A bag of chicken and chips?
Bag of chicken and chips. Like, you know, like the box.
Okay.
Boss ones. And it was like a very crazy point in my life because it's like they've never seen me have to go to Bosman. I was always like, I wasn't rich, but I was like wealthy in terms of like they were always providing stuff for me. There's always food on the table, never have to get takeout. And that was like a turning point for me. Like, wow, I have to actually be independent now. Because my dad, to be honest, even till now, 10 years plus, he's still processing and healing in his own way. Like he's unfortunately struggling with alcohol. And so I've just learned how to be independent from a very young age. But I've never had to mother my brother. Like he had to figure out his own way as well. And I think losing my mom, I'm trying to have a relationship with my dad, but he's not in the right mind space to be able to entertain that. And so I think like it's really sad that I have to grieve an alive parent. You know? So yeah. That's why it's nice to actually like have a father in heaven because when like men have failed me in this world, like I know that he doesn't fail me. So
Oh, word. What country are you from?
Philippines.
Oh, the Philippines. Okay.
Yeah.
She's one of my brothers from Philippines. He's always talking to me about all the different rice and something.
It's mad. Yeah, I got one of my reggies is so funny. Yeah, and I don't. My earliest memory of him, he's from the Philippines. Yeah, we went out. We were tight actually because why are we together? We were young. You know when you're younger, there's only certain friends that you'll be with on Saturday from school. It's not often. So anyway, we went to one drama club. And I remember now, I forgot my bottle of drink at home. He was like, "Oh no, I have my water." So I said, "Alright, cool." So I drank some of his water. Yeah, I spat out. I said, "Bro, what's this?" He was like, "Fam, we boiled the water in our house, innit? And then we put it in the bottle." I said, "Bro, never give this to me again."
Oh my God.
Bro, you know what's so funny?
What do you mean?
So basically, yeah, you know a bottled water. So what they do is that they get that water, boil it, put it in the bottle, and wait for it to cool down, of course, innit? Fam, I bet when I see him till today, I banter him like, "Bro, I hope you're drinking."
Do you know what's so funny? Bare people do that though.
Babe, I didn't know.
To sterilize the water.
Yeah.
Stuff,
It was so funny, but that's my guy though, man. That's my guy.
The way you're saying wow is like
was them, man.
That's not a Philippine.
It's a household thing.
Yeah.
Thing.
Hey, listen. Make sure you don't leave this moment without liking, sharing, subscribing, man. The more people who see this, the better, man. So let's go. All right, welcome back, guys. You're listening to the Bible Babes and Banter podcast. My name is Shea.
My name is Eman.
And it's your boy Big Kendall from the me.
Yeah. And obviously we got a special guest in the building.
Yes.
You get me? We got the electronic evangelist.
Yeah.
You get me? We got the gaming guru.
Come on.
You get me? We got the streaming specialist in the building. I welcome, man. Isabella, man. Welcome.
Thank you, guys.
Welcome, man. How you feeling?
Glad to be here, honestly. 9 p.m. though. But it's fine, you know what? Because if not, I would have just been at home streaming anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
But they don't know that we record at 9 still, so you just...
Yeah.
Could be morning, it could be night, it could be afternoon. Like, it's about the illusion in that. But it's calm. It's all right. It's all right still. But yeah, man, also we play a game just to warm.
Do you know what I mean? Get the creative juices flowing.
Okay. Do you know what I mean? So basically, it's 100 questions. I'm guessing still. I'm guessing. We normally play different games, but the game we're going to play today is every single person is going to pick either a person, a story in the Bible, or a book in the Bible, You are going to describe it in a very, how do I say it, colloquial manner,
Okay.
So, for example, if I was describing the story of Adam and Eve, I would start by saying, so obviously,
2-2s now.
2-2s, long time ago. Do you know what I mean? In the beginning, obviously, my father created a man, And as I was looking at that man, he said, I won't lie, don't make sense for you to be alone. So what he done is, went to his rib. Do you get me? And he yanked out a part. Now, whoever clocks it, they continue the story. So at that part, Hend would say...
So obviously, pulled out a rib now, and bro, it was like a magic trick, to be honest with you, bro. Like, all of a sudden, out of that rib come like another woman.
Yeah.
And 2-2s now, like, they were rapping, obviously enjoying each other's company, all that kind of stuff. But you know how it is, man. You leave a door open and then, do you know what I mean? snakes. You gotta watch the grass around
Yeah,
you. All that
yeah.
kind of stuff. You see it?
Oh,
Did you get so?
okay.
Do you get?
So
and
then you continue when you clock it, yeah. But obviously it's going to be hidden, so you have to be sharp.
that's a very easy example.
That's an
I'd
easy
say
example.
Stuff like in the
Example.
beginning,
In the
probably
beginning,
won't
that will never
innit?
happen
But-
So you just have to share the Bible in like a.
Slang
Yeah,
it,
it's called Bible Hood
basically.
Tales.
Oh, I
Hood
see. Okay, my bad. Okay,
Right, but you
cool.
tried to dumb it down, and I hear it.
Yeah. All right.
No, sorry, I thought you had to like pretend like you are.
Or
that
start
guy.
acting.
No.
Or pretend like you're the character.
Yeah, I thought. Sorry,
To be
that's
fair,
what
you
I
can.
No,
do
you
that,
can though.
You
You
can
can
do that.
So you can pick a character.
You could do first person.
Yeah,
person.
Okay.
you can pick a character, narrate them, or a book in the Bible. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start.
Alright.
Yeah. Do you want me to tell you whether it's a story, person, or book, or should I just go?
Just go.
All right, cool.
Actually, should we know if it's a story
It's
person or
taking
book?
you.
Low
depends,
key,
innit?
you
It
might
could
have
be
to
mad
figure it out though.
Yeah, let's try to figure it out.
Try to
Let's
figure
try
out.
to figure it out first, innit?
Yeah, you'll know straight away. But,
Do you just have to shout the name or?
So basically,
ca-
once you
that's
get it, be like, alright, and then you carry
And
it
then
on
you
Oh,
continue.
okay, fair enough. So when does it end then?
when the last
when the
person-
last
around.
person gets it.
Fair enough.
All right, cool. So
Check.
long time ago, you know what I mean? That people were just having fun, chatting, chewing, having a ball. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And obviously back then, like everyone understood each other, so it was calm. Yeah, there was no discrepancies. Like it was calm, it was fun. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So one day, like one random youth from the crowd just started to be like, "Yo, like, I'm kind of bored, you know. Like, can we go to that place over there and just start building?" And someone said, "Start building? Why should we start building?" And they were like, "No, you know what? We want this to be a sick monument." So everyone said, "You know what? That makes sense."
Might as well, innit? And like, obviously, everybody like bought in. Like, everybody was down to do it, innit?
Mhm.
Like, you didn't really know like where we were gonna go or anything like that. They just wanted to build, innit?
Mm.
So like, obviously, like them like bought all of like the sticks, them like bought like the bricks and that, and then we just started building and building. And I was like, hold on, we're actually getting kind of high now. Still,
And do you know what it is as well, yeah? It's like, in life in general, let's be real, when you hit certain achievements, you get gas a little
Yeah, you
bit.
get gas. You get very
Do you
gas.
get what I'm trying to say? So the man them were getting
Too
gas.
yeah.
The man them were like, listen, like this ain't never gonna end, innit?
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's like back in the day, like when you're on roads and that, and you're getting money from certain avenues and that, you think it's never gonna end, innit? Do you get?
Yeah.
And the man them thought it was never gonna end, bro. Like, so they just gas and they'll just again building,
Yep.
generational. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like,
And then, obviously, with pride comes downfall. Do you get what I'm trying to say? As the good book says. Do you get what I'm trying to say? As the good book. So pride. So obviously, the man upstairs said, "Hold on, what are you not trying to do here? Are you not trying to exhibit pride?" So he was like, "Nah, can't let
Do you
that."
know what? I think I've heard about that story still because he was like, you know what? Let me just sprinkle a little bit of confusion down there. Do you understand? One group might say rare tete, another one might say etesain, another one might say kamusta, another one might. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Wagwan.
yeah.
So it was just like, just bare confusion in the camp,
yeah,
just
yeah,
dispersing everyone.
yeah,
So it's like your little project falling
Yeah.
tumbling down.
Come on,
Yeah, we're there.
You know what? I wanted to butt in, but I was trying to see who was gonna say what because I wanted to say the ending.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, fair
okay,
enough,
okay.
fair enough.
That
was
was good.
chestnut.
That was great.
That's a good excuse, though. I hear you. Good excuse. I wanted the ending. I hear it. I call you that.
Yeah, you know what? I was brought up in a time that was kind of mad, you know, like everybody was just doing whatever. Literally, like it was like a free for all, like anything goes. And obviously, like that can't run. Like it's not good for that to run, innit? So, like, obviously, me and God are like we're proper cool, innit? So he was like to me, like, basically, like all of this is like I'm done with all of this. And basically it's peak for everyone. And obviously, like I need you to you need to pattern something basically. Something's coming that like you lot have never even you've never seen this thing before. But what you need to pattern, like you'll be good in it. Because obviously you're not like them lot. And you're different from everybody in your time. You see what I'm saying? So obviously you, like your family and that, like you lot are cool in it, but you just have to pattern this thing that I'm telling you to pattern. And obviously, like nobody's seen it before in it, and like everyone's gonna be looking at you like, oh, like we doing blah blah blah, whatever. But
And
like,
obviously,
just,
and people were laughing and boying it.
Yeah,
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like,
yeah.
you're a joke, man. Do you get?
Yeah.
And obviously, you're talking about a concept that they've never seen before.
Ever still.
So it's kind of like, you know, we're flat earthers nowadays, and they're like, raw. Like the firmament and this is and the other, and that's the reason why the earth is flat. And then, you know what I mean? And when I'm talking about, do you get what I'm trying to say, bro? Like, so it was that kind of vibe, bro. People just like, yo, mad conspiracy theorists. Like, do you know what I mean? None of this stuff is ever going to happen, bro. You know, again, like, similar to what we said before, bro. People feel like once you got it good, like, it's always going to be this way, innit? But obviously, so when I was speaking to God and that, you were saying, listen, we're going to have to pattern X, Y, Z. You're gonna need some materials. You're gonna have to build something for, man. And that it's gonna get peak, basically.
And it's gonna get very, very peak, bro. Kind of unbelievably peak. One could say like a once in a lifetime kind of event. Do you get me? Some could say. Do you get me?
Word.
So obviously, listen, I had to get my pen and notepad out, and I had to just start doing a bit of counting. Do you get me? Had to start numbering things, make sure I got the right amount of this, right amount of that. Do you get me inside the something? So obviously, I'm doing that bit by bit, numbering, watching, making sure that I do what I've been told to do in the right way. As we heard, people laughed. Do you get me? Until the day came.
Is it? I gotta say, you're not laughing now. You all laughed at me.
Do you know what it is as well? Like, there was a little bit of gathering, not data gathering, but just a little bit of like, you know, a young lamb there, maybe a curry goat over there. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, tutus. And I mean tutus, like everything now double. Doubles. But it was just like, raw, like, people got wiped out, like team wipe, Warzone. That's what I'm saying. Like, who's left? I'm seeing a dove fly by, and it's like, bro, like, what message is this dove trying to say? Like, but you know what it is though? Like, I think what was really beautiful, I was seeing colors in the sky, and I'm like, what is this?
Hey, appropriation. Let's talk about it.
Cool. Yeah. Well done, guys. Well done. When did you not cook? Wait,
his thing could have been bare
From
different.
then.
Once he said everyone was moving mad, and then
there's so many things. There's so many.
Everyone could move mad. There's bare stories where everyone could move mad.
Watch this. Yeah. So,
bro, don't do that mad, bro. It's alright.
So listen. Nah, bro. Listen. Because I'm fuming by it, bro. Because I'm fuming, bro. Like, it's one of them things where, like, imagine, like, I'm chatting to God now. He's telling me, raw, like, you say, like, the ends that you're in is still, man. Cut. I was like, alright, cool. Where am I cutting to? He's like, don't worry, I'm going to show you somewhere, innit? So I was like, alright, say less. So obviously, man's leaving now, and I got one of my young bucks with me, sister's son or whatever. To be fair, don't know if it was my sister's son or my... Being honest with you, innit? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, he's my nephew, innit? Do you get? So anyway, now, like, I'm going to fast forward a little bit because essentially the bit that I want to talk about was like, so... It got to a point where things were going all right, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, we've been through a few ups and downs and that. But he was like to me, like, Raj, you know what? Like, he's been under my wing for a minute. Like, he wants to forge his own path, innit? I was like, say less. Do your thing, innit? So he cut, man. But you know how it is nowadays, like, young bucks, they like the glitz and the glamour. Like, they want to go Vegas and that. You see what I'm trying to say? Like, so obviously he's cut now. He's gone similar to, like, what Vegas is nowadays and all that kind of stuff, innit? And he's enjoying himself, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? He's there. Tutus with his wife and his kids and all that kind of stuff, innit? But man, I'm just hearing mad stuff through the grapevine, bro. I'm just hearing mad stuff going on and all that kind of stuff. So I got to a point now where God was like to man, alright, listen, I know your young boy is there, innit? But it's up for them. Like, it's up. Like, we're talking about team wipe, we're talking quad wipe. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And I was like, do you know what? Alright, let's take some time. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, what if man goes there and there's like actually, you know how we talk about it nowadays, in terms of like how we see Christianity and that we're saying that raw, we think this is the one true way. Do you know what I mean? We believe that. So it's like, but we mourn for people that we feel like are genuine in their faith and all that kind of stuff, like, and they're about and they're doing certain things that on the outside from our perspective might look wrong, but they're doing it with a genuine heart. So anyway, so I was like to God, listen, there's gonna be some genuine people in this place though.
Mm.
So like, if there's 50, if there's 100, let's go, or 50. Do you know what I mean? Like, would you allow them? Sort of thing in it. So basically, man was just trying to bark. Obviously, man knows my young bucks there, innit? So I was like, raw. Like, so if there's only 50, like, would you allow them, innit? And he was like, yeah, alright, cool. So I was like, alright, say less. But then when I thought about it, and I thought about the stories that man's hearing, I was like, do you know what, that's a bit much. I was like, alright, what if there's like 10? And he's like, yeah, cool. And I was like, what, like 5? And he was like, do you know what it is? He was like, listen, even if there's 1, yeah? And I was thinking, surely my young buck must be moving righteous out there. Do you get what I say? Like, because you're there, but you're not from there, innit? Like, I've brought you out right, innit? Do you get? So, alright, cool. So God was like, basically, like, right, listen, he's about to level that whole place, innit?
I swear I heard about that place. Was it where like all the orgies and that were happening?
You see what I'm saying? It was a bit mad.
Drunkenness.
Yeah.
Young tape London. No, I'm kidding. But like, there was this man
Hey.
and the wife.
Yeah. That's my young
They got
buck.
told to cut though.
Yeah.
But one tried to go and the other one turned around. Got turned into a Maggie cube.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Grizz. Like, it's mad because even when I was chatting to God about it, he's saying that, he's sending, he's going to send one of you soldiers there and just check it out and that. Like, a couple of you soldiers there and that. Bro, turns out, fam, these lot are so fried, bro. Like, they were trying to cheat him.
Yeah.
They were trying to cheat the soldier that man sent there, bro.
It's crazy, bro.
Like, and that's when I just knew that, bro, listen, like,
Finish.
this place is far gone, bro.
Angels.
Is in the bin. Mud.
Men. All sorts, bro. They don't care, bro. They were trying to do anything to anyone. And it just shows you that lust has a run wild.
Bro.
You get me? In that place, bro.
Bro, they were trying to break down the door, bro, to link them, man.
Yeah. Insanity.
Bro. Can't lie, bro. Trigger warning, but it's all mad.
Hey, when you started,
That's so funny about that one. I was thinking, you know, I don't know the story to a certain depth, if you get what I mean. So I know the general story, but I haven't heard I haven't read the story as like an adult to take it in.
When
I clocked
it is when you started to say, I brought someone and they've gone their own way. I was like,
because it's a lot in it. But you know what it is, it's like, it's one of them things where the way that I was telling the story, I didn't want to make it bait. So I was not saying certain things.
It's kind of like imposter. You got to be like vague, but it's like you got to catch it.
Yeah,
It's when you said this place is far gone, I was like, nah, sods.
Listen, it's true.
I said,
Sods and gods. That's actually a joke. Bro, but it's like, you know, when you was doing Noah's Ark here,
You thought it was Sodom and Gomorrah.
I thought it was Sodom and Gomorrah, like when you first started, innit? And you was trying not to say nothing about the Ark and that. But as soon as you said you got to build something and they never seen it before, it became obvious, innit?
okay, calm. Say it. Up next.
Me?
Yeah, man. I said me.
No, me.
Oh, this is so bait though.
Then
is
just say it in
so
an
big.
abstract
Run
way,
it.
innit?
Yeah.
So you can say it third person, first person, or
Alright.
storytelling.
All right, so obviously
Jesus.
I'm like one of many in it,
I'm joking.
but like my dad just loves me like bare. They gifted me something. Do you understand what I'm saying? But it's like I'm a dreamer, and I told my family like, "Rod, this is the dream that I had." They weren't really hearing it.
But let's have it right though. You're a bit of a snitch as well though. Like you used to snitch on
Fez?
on the
On the
brothers and that.
yeah,
Like, do you get what I'm
yeah,
trying to say?
yeah.
Quite a lot and that.
Fez?
Like always watching us from far, like we couldn't see you and that.
Yeah.
Like telling dad like what's going on and that.
And,
Like,
and
that's a
to
bit
be honest,
jarring.
like, why are you telling man that like the sun and moon is bowing down?
Yeah,
Like, why am I hearing like crazy things
Do you
like
get-
that? Like, do you get? At the end of the day, keep your dreams to yourself.
Yeah, man.
Bro, you're taking it too
you get what
far.
I'm trying to say?
And you know it is as well, like, because obviously, like, you're kind of jarring anyway. man.
Mm.
That's just what it is, bro.
Yeah.
So it's one of them ones where it's like, bro,
But I'll be
my
real.
brother in it, but where man can get.
I'll be real though. What the man did, I weren't part of it. He's it. I didn't think it should go down like that.
Right.
So like, and I know we haven't spoken about it on that level, but I mean for what it's worth, innit, man. Sorry, innit.
Sorry.
No, as soon as I heard you, man,
Yeah,
It was over with.
it dashes it.
My dad gave me that-
It dashes it. Because that's one of them stories that Even if you're not a Christian,
you're familiar
Yeah.
with
Just
it.
know
it's
it.
it's
You're
just
familiar
a
with
thing.
it.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you get me? Just
Yeah.
well, no, well done, guys. Well done, man. You know,
Nice
everyone
one, nice
done
one, nice
well.
one.
Do you get me? I thought everyone done well.
Nice
Still,
one, nice
I
one.
just I like it. I like it because the code switch.
yeah, man.
Yeah, and it forces you to think about it in a different way as well.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
also to people who might not want to get preached to, but it's like this is a language I can understand.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
Mm.
oh, you got betrayed, but you went to the palace. What does that mean?
Yeah,
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
deep.
It's true.
Mm.
And
Still,
everyone loves
Rough still.
everyone loves a got it out of the mud story.
yeah, for
Gareth.
real.
You know that.
For real,
Gareth.
still. What they say from prison to the palace?
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally from the pit to the palace.
Yeah, pit to palace.
It's not Daniel as well.
Aye.
Actually, no. It was
No.
Joseph.
Do you know what it is? It's
Joseph.
definitely Joseph, yeah.
Yeah.
Joseph was pit to the palace, but then obviously with Daniel, his thing was like, I mean, because he was doing the dreams as well, which you get. So
Yeah, it's true.
there's
Mm.
very like some similarities there.
No, it's true. Still,
Palace thing as well, innit?
the palace
Yeah,
thing. It's
exactly,
true. People
yeah.
love those stories.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
sometimes, obviously, UK rap, yeah. When you hear them reference certain things, yeah, and when you hear people reference Bible stuff in their rap, it's so funny
Mm.
Bro.
because you actually know they don't know the story,
Yeah.
but they've heard something
yeah.
about it, innit?
Yeah.
And they made the
Yeah,
reference.
yeah, yeah.
It's who someone misquoted something, and it was so funny. I can't remember, but they misquoted the story. I was thinking, bro, you actually have no idea
Yeah.
what you're saying. Still,
Yeah.
like the power of what that story you just
Yeah.
mentioned, yeah, man, we don't even know.
They love the love of money is the real evil one. Not love of money. Money.
Money,
Money
they say
is the
money.
real
They say
evil.
money
They
is the real
don't-
evil.
yeah.
So they
They
love
misquote
that one.
that one.
Badly.
They've got it tattooed, bro.
Ooh.
yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying. They got the wrong verse tattooed, bro.
It's actually
Like,
true. They've
It's
actually just got a
insane,
saying
bro.
that they took from
Hey.
somewhere tattooed.
Yeah.
When was the first time you like? This is gonna sound so like this like jointed from society and all that kind of stuff. But when was the first time you like realized that not everyone was growing up Christian?
You know what's so mad?
I think from early. You know?
Kind of recent, you know. Kind of. You know when you say that bare people didn't grow up in the same way.
Yeah.
So obviously, like, everybody's obviously not Christian. Do you know what I mean? And like, I've been around people that aren't Christians or whatever, but a lot of the people that are around me were they were brought up in the church, basically.
Mm.
So,
Mm.
and even like being in church, a lot of my friends were brought up in the church. Going to a new church, like a lot of people weren't brought up in the church. We're having conversations with
Yeah.
certain people. A lot of people
Mm.
might say, okay, yeah, there was a church down the road that sometimes they used to go to, like, oh, there was a
Mm.
Catholic church or there was a Church of England church, that they weren't really actually kind of like rooted in church. And obviously,
Mm.
like, I'm much older now, innit? And I should obviously know that. But
Mm.
it's only through like having certain conversations, like, oh, bro, actually, not everybody was brought up in the same way that I was.
Yeah.
No, I feel you.
I got it kind of young, you know. But it's funny though, because when I look back, everybody most people went church, to be fair. Like, even though on badness. Like, I always say the story, we'll be in school, we'll be in RE, our teacher says something, we're arguing back, like, nah, man, that's not true, miss, that's not true. But as soon as lunch hits, we're going to do a madness. Like, do you get me? Like, it doesn't, because everyone kind of, well, in my school, because again, 90% Nigerian, Jamaican, some Ghanaians, 90%.
Okay.
So,
Sounds hella stereotypical.
no, bro, my area was as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The area was it. Like, that is, if I say that is the area, do you know what I mean? So, a lot of people did go to church, but obviously didn't follow. Like,
Yeah.
and then when I got older, first time I met Nigerian atheist.
Oh, yeah.
You get
yeah.
me?
Atheist.
I'm an
Atheist.
atheist.
I'm not
I'm not
salty.
salty.
Just Google
Bro.
it.
I was in college.
Wait, hold on. So were their family atheists or
No, they were
They were atheists. Oh.
staunch as well. Like, they were known as, listen, do you believe in God? No, he's not real. Kind of vibe. And I remember that's the first time I started looking into apologetics at that point. I was like, oh, like, what do you?
What do you say?
You're asking some questions still.
Yeah.
I never thought of that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I never thought of that. Oh, you're saying that. Oh, if there's a God, because there's certain things you take for granted.
Right.
Innit? Do you know what I mean? You certain things you just take as truth.
Yeah.
When someone starts questioning, you're thinking,
Mm.
it's a good point. And by the way, they've done their research.
Mm.
So whereas you're taking something as truth,
This is it.
they've
Yeah, they
actually
haven't
gone
been.
back. They're actually like, listen, how do I disprove this thing?
Mm.
So he knew bare things, and I was like, fair enough.
That's true.
Man.
A lot of us grew up in it very lackadaisically.
Yeah,
It just
yeah,
came
yeah.
Easy to us. Innit? What
Took
was it
for
like for
granted
you?
as well.
Because I swear, like with like Filipinos, they're normally quite religious.
We're Christian, but like there's majority of them are Catholics, and then others that it's like Church of Iglesia or something,
Mm.
which is like a religion of their own. But the first interaction I've had with a non-believer is like a Muslim in primary school, and then secondary school, I had like a Somali friend. We be like, because it's a Catholic school, it's in East London. And like when we be saying our Father, he would just be saying, "Yeah, my mom told me I can't stay there." So then everyone was like, "Why are you in a Catholic
Catholic
school?"
school.
But like I've just been exposed to like so many different people.
Yeah.
But I think what really, really, like you guys were talking about, I think it was around 2017, 2018 when I started to see believers around me start to deconstruct their faith. And to me, it was scary because what I've been told is don't question God, don't question God. But what I've learned is that God isn't intimidated by our questions. If it's anything, it's a chance for you to get deeper in.
Yeah.
But I think where people, this might get heavy, but where people start deconstructing is from a place of pain. So I could have really deconstructed my faith when God allowed my mum to die. Why am I serving a God who's allowed a woman of God to die? And then it's like I was asking myself those questions, but it wasn't like to the point where it was like, okay, well, I've decided I'm an atheist now. I had so many friends who deconstructed, and there was some where I didn't necessarily handle it the best way. But like now my heart has softened because people are genuinely just they want to know that who they're serving is like the true God. And I have grace for them now. You know.
When you was going through that journey of deconstructing, what was some of the things that helped and what are some of the things that didn't help?
I think the first question was, why am I serving this God? And I think when I was going through that stage of like questioning God, it was a very like all my responses were on an emotional level. So it wasn't like, okay, well, there's proof that he exists and this, that, the other, which a lot of like, you know, people apologetics use. But for me, it was a very emotional one in terms of like, okay, well, I feel him. When I go to church, I feel him. I can't deny that. Or you know, when I got baptized, I was like praying in tongues. Like, how can I explain that? There's just some things that science unfortunately can't explain. And there were times where I was like getting busy in the book of Enoch. And like I was starting to like
You talk about that a lot.
I was starting to look at things that like weren't mentioned in the Bible, but I think when you're really searching for answers, you need to be careful what your sources are.
Listen.
So yeah.
I remember I told these lot that there was a time when I was like, oh, listen, I need to understand religion. I started reading the Quran.
Yeah.
Like, because I was like, listen, I really need to understand that.
Yeah.
People are saying these gods are the same. How?
Yeah.
And God just told me, listen, just stop doing that.
You
Hey,
know that
and there's
meme,
other man.
which
There's
is
you know that meme where they put
their
their
hands on your shoulder. I log off. Log off.
Calm
You
down.
see-
But listen,
Go ahead and
that's
log out.
certain people's ministry.
There's a man
bro.
who's graced for that. There was a guy on TikTok.
Yeah,
and he could
yeah.
read the Quran
Bro,
right to the Muslims.
certain man,
yeah.
that's their thing.
Yeah.
God said,
Nothing,
listen,
yeah,
you
nothing.
Sam Shamoon or
cool
something.
down. Do
Yeah.
you get me? Cool down. What I was going to say though, did you grow up in church?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. As soon as the word would come on, I'm just like on my phone because I'm like, what are you guys talking about?
Mm.
It was like a Filipino church. Didn't resonate with the worship. Didn't really understand what was going on. Tried to go Hillsong once. And it was so corporate. I prefer more intimate churches. And then yeah, like it was just like very on and off.
Yeah.
Nah, I hear it still.
Oh, okay.
But do you know what? I don't want to skip from the deconstructing because I feel like it's something that a lot of people can glean from in it, and I feel like a lot of people go through it or don't know how to go through it. And one of the questions that you were deconstructing was like the problem of evil, basically. Like, why would God allow bad things to happen? Essentially, right? If He's so good, if He's so loving, and all that kind of stuff. Like, and I feel like that's something that every Christian should be ready to address.
Yeah.
Yeah.
to the same.
Absolutely still.
So how did you where did you arrive at, or what was, so if you was to speak to someone now basically, right, and they were like, rah, like why, like, bro, look at what's going on in Palestine, for example, right? Or look at what's going on in Iran or anywhere, Lebanon, all of these different places, yeah. Like, why would I serve a God that allows all of these things to happen? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, how would you try to address that or go about explaining that? And let's just take away the caveat of, because this is the obvious answer in terms of a lot of the time when people ask that question, they're not asking for a real answer.
Yeah, and
they don't want you to give them a logical answer.
This is the thing,
they're
though.
hurting.
So everyone I talk to just depends on who I'm talking. It depends on my audience. Some people, they really are trying to get it from an intellectual point of view. That's how they rationalize life. They're coming at me intellectually, so I'll come more on that level and deconstruct that. If you're saying, because what they're trying to say is God can't be good, and if there is a God, He can't be a good God. Do you know what I mean? But if you say fundamentally there is evil, is that where had your definition of evil come from?
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
And if there's evil and you had a definition of evil, you must have a definite, like, do you get me? There must be good. So even if you don't think my God is good, for there to be evil, there must, like, you must subside to a good. But yeah, like you said, a lot of people that I've come across are asking the question of, oh, is God good? They don't need that. And that's my personal view, yeah, because they're asking from a place of, I've experienced pain. So I've experienced pain, I've experienced hurt. Like, how can a good God allow this to happen to me? And I feel like that's a different angle.
Yeah.
Do you get me? That's a different angle that I'm going to approach it with. I'm not going to... What have I got to start proving intellectually that God is this and your definitions? I don't think it helps that person. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I think both people will just be different. It'll be different approaches, I think.
Any more?
I feel like it is very difficult, and I think sometimes it's okay to say I don't know. God is so mysterious in his ways. I don't know why he didn't intervene, but what I do know, the cause of it isn't him. I do know that the cause of it is a fallen world. And quite frankly, we should be blaming Adam and Eve. We should be blaming us. Like, why is there war in the earth? Why is there so much hate? Why? And it all stems back from generations where murder first got introduced from Cain and Abel. Do you get what I'm saying? And then since Cain and Abel, murder happened more and more and more and more. And I think I really just learned when I was asking God, like, how do I explain this to people? And the one thing that I've learned is like being okay to say I don't know, but also, like you guys said, really discerning what is the root from why they're asking. Like, and then maybe we can like shift it to like a more specific conversation where it's like, okay, well, let's talk about you know, the pain that you might be feeling, and then let's talk about that, because I could share my testimony from when I feel like God abandoned me, and then through there like you can already see, like, you can really minister to their hearts. But ultimately, I guess we really just have to trust God's power enough to be able to at least open up their heart to, even if we can't logically explain it, like it's just the trust that we have in God, unfortunately, is foolish to the world. You can't explain it. Like, you know, people will be like, oh, these Christians, like, they're so sure they know of God, but then when these things need answering, they'll be like, oh yeah, we don't know God in all its capacity. We sound like hypocrites, because it's like, how comes we can worship and praise God when things are going good in our lives, but then we tell the next person who's hurting, oh yeah, well, you know, God is mysterious, we don't know all his ways. It's difficult, you know.
No, for sure.
So just be led and just learn how to love and receive, and not be offended when they are like, God doesn't need your defense. You get what I'm saying? Like, the world is gonna curse him out anyway. And so it's just really important that you're just, I guess,
present.
Yeah, present.
And that's the thing, because I think the premise for me is that mourn with those who mourn in it, and I think in terms of like the response to the problem of evil is very much what you've outlined, in terms of like, obviously we live in a fallen world basically, and where sin entered the world, and that's how actually God is not the cause of these things, but sin entering the world and what's happened and transpired since then is the cause of a lot of these things. Even when we talk about pollution and all that kind of stuff, like, there is literally a reason, and you could really trace everything back to the beginning of time where God was telling people to let the land rest, and they weren't, and what the repercussions that happened off the back of that. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, the only thing is, I feel like I can always give those kind of like very technical answers that logically, from a conversational standpoint, especially if we're coming from the same sort of source of truth in terms of the Bible, there's little to argue against. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But then I always find that that's probably the wrong conversation to have from the people that ask that more frequently than not. Do you get? Because if someone's asking you from an intellectual perspective, unless they're an atheist, they're going to subscribe to another religion, and you're going to debunk it in like seconds. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So yeah. But yeah, no, it's fair. I think that's good for people to glean from as well, in terms of how to manage them situations. But always lead with love, man. Do you get what I'm saying? Always lead with patience. I feel like sometimes you get into situations, even when you want to tell someone about Christ, bro, like, why are you rushing? Like, stop rushing, bro. Like, we talk about Jesus and that, and I used to spend days in people's yards, bro, just chilling, gisting. Do you know what I mean? And it weren't, bro, fair enough, we see a lot of the scriptures and stuff that he reference, and the sermons and the parables and all that kind of stuff, but a lot of the time, bro, like, they were chilling, bro. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, they were just enjoying each other company, all that. Cause look at him and Lazarus, bro. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I always thank God that in life, though, I've had people in faith who are just different.
Yeah.
There's people who, like you said, they're just my brethren, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we're just having normal conversations, some funny, some challenging. And there's other people who are more like listen, like it's this way or no way, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's either you move left or you move right. Like, there's
space
no-
for both, man.
there's
but
no
some
black
are
and white.
jarring still.
Do you get me? Now, some of them are
Some are very
jarring,
jarring,
but I'm
yeah.
like someone like me at a point, I needed more black and white.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I was thankful that I had both. And then other people who, they're
I
more,
feel like if you only have one, you go the wrong way.
Yeah, man.
Too much of one, you go to an extreme, bro.
that other people are more teachers. So other people they like teaching you. They like, okay, cool. What do you think about this? I was like, all right, cool. What do you think the Bible says about this? All right, cool. So and I was like, oh, there's space for it all. Do you get me? And it probably affected the way I am now.
Do you know what's funny about that?
Do you get me?
You know when someone speaks to you calmly, yeah, I feel like they expect you to take in what they're saying more. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you know,
Like, so
you know that time. There was a time, yeah, basically, like I bought fireworks somewhere, innit? And like,
Where's this going?
No, do you know what it is? It's just like I let it off or whatever, innit? And then I remember I got in trouble for it, innit? And one of the elders was chatting to me, innit? Told him to come to his office or whatever. I came to his office or whatever. He's chatting to me about it, and he's like to me, like, basically, like, so what was you thinking? Like, and he was like, so what happened if like the fireworks blew off your fingers? Like, you got 2 fingers left, man, are calling you crab claw and that. And I was like, bro, like we busted joke. I was about to laugh and bust joke back. You get up to the same, but then he was serious. You get up to the same, but it's just funny when you were saying that thing about having both. Yeah. Just remind me of when you got those people that come in with some kind of bare calm demeanor and that, and all of a sudden you're supposed to take what they're saying bare seriously, and that is I feel like that, bro.
And I think when people have conversations with when like non-believers have conversations with Christians, you have like a preconceived like notion of what you're gonna get back, basically. Innit? I think what you go into it thinking is that you're gonna get that intellectual answer back, basically. But when you actually are chatting to somebody who's relational and like just has a conversation based off of what you're saying, instead of starts talking to you about like the sovereignty of God and all of these things that are like a lot. You have to have faith to believe in those things. So like you're saying, you're not necessarily reading from the same hymn sheet. If you're speaking to an unbeliever, you can't really like be like, okay, yeah, God is sovereign, and even though that is the truth of it, you have to play it by ear, basically. Innit? And I feel like when people ask those questions, when non-believers ask certain questions, especially from a place of hurt and stuff like that, certain times they have the preconceived notion that you're going to give them a certain, like, the intellectual answer. But when you don't, I feel like that's more helpful than giving them the, okay, boom, 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 boom.
What's funny as well, is obviously some of your videos, I might see like, I don't know, I might see like the way you bring in the gospel. It's funny, you would just be playing game, fam. You just be saying the gospel, or you'll be eating, you'll be saying gospel. I'm thinking, fam, it's so funny because the people that are your plate, I don't know, the people, who else you're talking to, how did they receive it? Like, how did they receive you just saying gospel, or did they tend not to be Christians?
A lot of them are trying to get closer to God.
Okay.
But you do have people who are like, oh, I'm not religious, but this is so peaceful. Or like, I'm not religious, but this made me cry. Because I'll sometimes play gospel while I'm like playing Warzone as well. And they'll be like,
that's so funny. You see, you're getting them down here. Fam.
But it's like, wasn't there a book in the Bible where they were worshipping and then they won the war?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So like when Christians are like, how are you glorifying violence? I'm not glorifying violence. I'm glorifying God while I'm being violent. While I'm being violent. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That is jokes.
No, but I think, but this is the thing, isn't it? Like during COVID, and it always goes back to COVID because that's when I started streaming. You'll find that, and I love to speak from like a man's perspective because I'm not a man, but I found that through gaming, men would be so vulnerable. You guys will catch up on FIFA over the headset, and I'm hearing, I can't lie, I've been going through a madness. No one's gonna pick up the phone and be like, yo, bro, like, I need help.
Aye, when I say
this guy's
you see the conversations man has had over pro clubs, Warzone, all of these games there, bro. Especially during that COVID time, man has made lifelong brothers. Like, or I've had friends, and then we become brothers over that time, bro.
Right?
Like, and it's just like you said, it's like randomly, like we'll be playing a game or something like that. Like, and it's always jokes into something a little bit serious, and we're still busting jokes while we're talking about the serious thing. Don't get twisted. But then from that, certain man are leaving healed. Do you get what I'm saying?
Right.
They've got what they needed. They've got what they needed to get off their chest.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
But it's mad because obviously again, yeah, it's like obviously like a male dominated industry and all that kind of stuff, yeah. But even before we get fully into that, yeah, just so like everyone understands a bit more about you growing up and all that kind of stuff, like what would you like growing up in terms of if you used to describe yourself, like I don't know, like who was your celebrity crush, like who was your first boyfriend, like do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, yeah, like we're going there with it. Do you get?
Oh my gosh. I can't lie. I was like really. I was troublesome as a kid. I can't lie. I used to get into fights with like my best friend at the time. I get in trouble for being talkative in school.
What is it like physical fights?
Yeah, I got into a physical fight.
With your best friend?
Yeah.
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 You win.
Bro, it's not about winning.
I was asking, bro.
My one.
Are they still your best friend now?
I mean, like the thing is, with like, still in ends in it. So we still see each other. But school wise, I mean, like I was pretty intelligent, but like I've been a gamer. That's the thing. PSP, DS, Nintendo Wii.
Okay.
Xbox 360 is where it really kicked off. Like Modern Warfare 2 was my first game. Well, Halo Reach, then Modern Warfare 2. And I remember like my brother, it was my brother's at first. And when I saw him playing, I was like, let me get the controller.
Yeah.
And then I was like learning it and getting pretty good. And then I bought myself like my own console. But like during uni, I was like doing 1v1s in the dorm. Tournaments in the dorm. So from there, it was just like, okay.
Wait, sorry, hold on.
What game?
You did 1v1 tournaments. What, for like money and that?
It was just like, do you know what it is? It was ego. Because like, do you know what, at the time, yeah, women weren't really dominating in the gaming scene. And so when guys would be hearing, oh, you play COD, 1v1 me.
Yeah.
Bet.
Yeah,
so then I 1v1 them and they're like, oh, they'll be like, what? They'll be so shocked because it's so unheard of at the time. Like, yo, she's sick at COD.
Yeah.
But like, ask anybody, like, you know, did you guys ever have like Xbox, PlayStation? You know how it says like friends, last in your party 6, 9, 8, 1, 2, 3 days ago. There's people who still come to my stream to this day, and they'll be like, "I'm so proud of you. You've been keeping this COD thing going." People have known me playing COD since like secondary school. It's been 10 plus years now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've always like kept to myself, been a gamer. In uni times, I'd like go partying, but like I was never really like satisfied with partying. It's like, that's dead, bro. I'm a lover girl. I want to get into a relationship. I'll be chilling with my girls and like, I can't, I need to FaceTime my man now. Then I go back to the door, bro. I'm soft life. Like, I'm just not about that. But yeah, like just growing up, I was really, really lost. Like, just kind of sleeping around, trying to find my own way. And I think even when I got into my first relationship, bro, I was the villain. I was the villain. Like, you know those girls that are just mad clingy? And you can tell that their boyfriend is their everything, like is their god. But like at the time, I didn't know what peace and joy and comfort was, and if you could provide me even an ounce of it, like I'm sticking to you. There was a time where like he had to go on a boys' holiday, and I was like threatening to KMS. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
No, but you
Trigger warning.
Yeah.
Were you serious with him?
No,
though?
I was serious. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
I thought you were saying it like as in you
Like
knew you was being
hyperbole.
manipulative.
It was being manipulative because it was like, come back home now because I'm not in the right mindset. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, I was so, like, just looking back at old me, like, I cringe a lot, but at the same time, like, it's sad. It's sad because I just lost my mum. My dad's not physically and emotionally there for me. I don't really have friends who understand what I'm going through. And so my boyfriend at the time was...
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So... But yeah, celebrity crush. I don't know. I don't know.
It's difficult now because you be
Power?
dealing with all it, like, you be in the same spaces as all of these lot. So
Yo, chill.
you don't want anyone said to go too big in it. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to move you away from the question.
No, I didn't have a. No, Bow Wow was my childhood crush.
Oh,
Yeah.
Whoa, why is it?
No, I shut that up, man.
What was it yours? Yeah.
you know that?
I will end this whole podcast right now. I will end it. I'll actually stop recording.
Jokes. Fairs. And then what was your favourite game like growing up?
GTA COD.
Okay, fairs.
Were you San Andreas or were you?
No, do you know actually? No, not GTA. Saints Row.
Or Saint Row.
Aye.
That's Xbox as well, isn't it?
Saints
Yeah, I
Row.
remember Saints Row, yeah.
Nah.
I remember
Can I
Saints
just
Row.
say the cover of
Saints Row was
Saints
cold,
Row
yeah,
3?
yeah.
Yeah. My dad didn't allow me to buy it. For do you guys know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about? The
yeah,
weapon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, it was mad.
So
It was
big
mad.
purple.
Aye,
Yeah?
Saints Row 2.
Yeah, I remember Saints Row,
That's
yeah,
when
yeah.
I first fell in love with that kind of game still.
Mm.
Because I didn't have the GTA early and all
Okay.
that kind of stuff. So when I had Saints Row 2 and I was just going around in the madness and all that kind of stuff, I was like, yeah, I like this kind of game still.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. But I always tell people, bro, I had a game console so late.
Yeah, same.
Really?
I
Same,
was
yeah.
alright, you know.
No, to be fair,
So late.
it's like I had one console and then such
There's
a big gap. So I had,
Yeah.
my first one was a Sega Mega Drive.
Oh my gosh! How
Same.
old are you?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. So when I say San Andreas, I was thinking, is that you?
Yeah, Sega
So
Mega
people
Drive.
had PS2 and I had
So you guys
Sega
are
Mega Drive.
first.
Yeah,
100% first.
Yeah,
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I used to play Nintendo
Facts.
on not Nintendo, sorry, Super Mario on like, you know when it was like pixelated.
N64.
Yes.
Atari
Yeah.
64.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah,
as in the first game, it had the cartridge. You had to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
blue-
yeah,
well, it was
yeah,
dark,
yeah,
innit? You take out
You
his-
get me?
A harmonica in that.
So once I got the Sega Mega Drive, after that, didn't have nothing. PS1.
So you did you at least have PSPs?
Yeah, I had a PSP.
I had a
yeah,
I didn't have a
yeah,
PSP.
yeah.
I had the Game Boy
Oh,
Advance.
the way
I had
I
a
got
Advance as well.
PSP, yeah.
I had a
was
Game Boy
gift from-
Advance.
was a gift from God still.
I had a couple
the Game Boy
PSPs
Advance.
still.
I couldn't see in life how I would ever get a PSP. And then one time, my uncle just come back from America and he's like, "Hey, I got you a PSP." And
Hey!
What?
I remember he was playing PSP
Yeah,
in church.
yeah,
Bro.
church, at the back, at the back. At
Oh
the back of
my
church.
Bro,
God.
I used to go to my brethren's house to
Aye.
play. So my brethren, yeah, God bless me still. Because him,
Yeah.
everything. GameCube.
Yeah,
Like,
GameCube,
every-
yeah,
bro.
yeah. Aye, GameCube on
What?
church. My
We used
goodness.
to. So I used to go and play games there. So I remember I used to say that even when I got my PS2, yeah, I got that one game.
Mm.
I had to wait for my brethren to finish like story mode on his game
So you
And
get the
then
hand me down.
borrow
and then
Yeah.
give it to me. So when these times, I was actually so sick at San Andreas, but because I had to catch up quick.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone else had finished it. My brethren gave it to me. I was like, alright, cool. Like now I got things
Yeah.
You know,
late.
I had a couple, you know, but it was kind of my older cousin as well.
This
though.
is
so
football.
There was N64, PS1, PS2, 360,
Yeah, but
Nah,
yeah,
Game
you
Boy
got the older
Advance,
cousin. That
Nah,
was-
PSP.
you're
I
not
had
joking.
basically everything still. But the best times for me it was like GameCube times. So like Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Oh,
Oh,
Super
yeah.
Smash Bros.
Oh,
Melee.
Super
Yeah.
Smash.
Mario Kart Double Dash.
Golden-
Them times there, yeah, bro.
GoldenEye.
That was N64. GoldenEye on N64.
GoldenEye was stupid.
Nah. GoldenEye
GoldenEye
N64.
was stupid.
Have you played it?
All this gun
No,
game that
never.
you're doing on
Hey,
Colin,
and you get the golden gun.
origin.
Once you get the golden gun,
The
that's it.
origin
One shot, one
still.
kill. And obviously, you know, back then, it was mad. Like, if you look
Yeah,
at it
the
now,
golden
the gun is just there like this.
Yeah.
Hey.
Do you never
What?
play Doom 95 on the PC?
Nah, you know.
I don't think so.
But did
Yeah,
you
you
play
know.
the Dragon Ball Z game on PC?
Nah.
You play
Aye.
Zelda on PC?
Yeah, Zelda on PS1 though.
Wow,
See,
you
PS1
guys are
still.
gamers for real.
Well,
man.
Alright, quick question though, yeah. When you look at everyone in your life that plays game, look at the people that had access to game from young, and look at the people that don't have access to game or got access to game late. Yeah, I'm genuinely curious about this. Who do you think's doing better in life?
Yeah.
I have no clue.
I have
still.
no idea, mate.
I have no
Just
clue.
think about it, innit? Like,
Bro,
just think about-
literally, I have no clue.
Who had game when they were younger? Yeah, they're
as if you had access to everything, basically.
The only
innit?
thing I would say, yeah, is that my brethren who didn't have game were they're more outside. Yeah, so they're more social. Do you know what I
Okay.
mean? So they're just like, for example, me,
Very
fam,
stereotypical
game.
about fairs.
Yeah, so even
Yeah.
myself, I didn't have game. I was just outside.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I was outside and knocking on my brethren's door, like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
let's go,
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
ride
yeah.
back
It's a true
down
story,
there,
yeah.
or let's go and play football, because that's my entertainment.
Mm.
Like, I actually haven't got money to, and my brethren's on my street, they also didn't have game like that.
Mm.
Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So we were just outside.
Yeah, fairs. What about you, look?
What when I was where? I feel like everybody's kind of like on the same kind of playing field. When you say that, fair enough. That's
Mm.
something that I can think about. But in terms of like people doing well, it's like everybody's
Yeah,
kind of
do you
like
know, I just mean, what's the difference, basically? What do you feel like the difference is between the two?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know
Yes.
right in this moment still.
Yeah.
I don't know in this moment. What do you think?
Do you know what it is? Like, I think my
What like you
people,
thought about
the
this?
people, nah, not really, you know. I'm just thinking about it now, but the people that I know that bang game, yeah, like, there's a certain kind of joke and references that they get, like, that other normal people won't. If you get what I'm trying to
It's
say.
a normal.
I say normal, but you know what I mean, basically.
Wow.
People that don't bang game.
Normal.
I mean, people that don't bang game in it, but it's like, but at the same time, I think COVID changed all of that because it was everyone that was really outside.
Has to sit inside.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Playing games. So now the lines are blurred, innit? So I can't really give a distinction, which is why I'm asking the question as well, innit? But it's like, from that now, we've got bare people that were like, yeah, I really can't see a distinction if I'm being honest with you, bro. Like, when I think about people that had everything when they were younger, they're still doing a lot right now, bro. And I feel like sometimes, you know, people talk about gaming in terms of like how it builds confidence, but then also it talks about how it builds certain skills, hand-eye coordination, all that kind of stuff. But then there's also the side that they say is more negative, where it's like it kind of subdues you a bit. So because it appeases certain things that you would have got if you was going out and getting active and all of the other stuff that you would get from doing that and all that kind of stuff, like, you're losing that now, basically, by sitting down and playing game all the time, all that kind of stuff. So I was just asking a question because I was curious, to be honest.
No, fair enough. I didn't really, when I stopped playing gaming, like, probably after uni is when I stopped playing game. Uni was like just pure FIFA. Before uni, obviously, when we were younger, it was kind of like a free-for-all, innit? Like, whatever. Then after uni, I bought a PS3 and I was playing FIFA and that, and I just like, I don't know, I just couldn't
Sounds
really...
bad to you, innit?
Sorry, I'm doing the maths right now. PS3, uni.
When did you get a PS3? When PS3 for you?
I don't remember.
Like,
yeah,
came out,
I was maybe less than 10 years old, bro.
What?
What?
Your first game console was what? PS3?
No, Nintendo Wii.
Nintendo Wii.
Okay, fair. Even that is mad.
I'm thinking,
Yeah, that's
about
bad.
Nintendo Wii came out, I was like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
bro,
I could play it properly.
Yeah, properly.
Do you get what I'm saying? I was...
When Nintendo...
That's something.
What
When
year
did
was
Wii
it?
come out? It might have been like year 10 or something, 11.
Chai. Nah, I don't think it was yet.
Yeah, because it was around the same time as 360, innit?
I don't think it was yet 10, 11.
Did you not meet Noah from the Bible?
Yeah. Get the jokes out. Yeah.
But see, because we had the experience of all of the other, like, do you know what I mean? So we could see it kind of like building up, sort of thing.
I get you. To answer your question, by the way, as someone actually in the gaming industry, it's so funny because the people who had it all are actually in the industry now.
Yeah.
Like my friend Els the Witch, she's like literally hosting the BAFTAs for gaming at the moment. My other friends, they're streamers now. They're getting like brand deals and whatnot. And then they're pivoting into this, that, the other. I feel like as a gamer myself, and one thing that I really struggled with, even like through my marriage up until now, is touching grass. Like, yes, I've got hand-eye coordination. Yes, Warzone has allowed me to have strategy and make decisions and communicate with my teammates. Yes, I could put down a CV. But like when it comes to like doing like IRL stuff, I remember I actually had to lock in because last year I was looking through my gallery. I didn't have any photos or memories with my friends. And I was like, what a life to live, bro. I can look at 2025 and be like, yo, I didn't make any memories. Like, yes, I was present online, but I didn't make any memories. And matter of fact, I was seeing it in my body as well. I was like, yo, I need to hit gym. Like, imagine, what do they call it? Sedentary job.
Yeah, sedentary, yeah.
Like when all you do is just sit on your butt. It's like you're not even getting steps. Like as a grown person, as an adult, how are you not getting at least 5K? I was checking my Apple Watch, like 2K, 1K, or what? You go from bed rotting to your PC, bed rot. What a life to live. So I was just like, you know what? I need to get it together. I need to actually touch grass. I need to make memories. And I think this year I've just been so intentional with seeing friends and like making memories. And I think it's not about like who's doing better, but it's just like what are they struggling with? Like gaming addiction is such a real thing, bro. Like even last night I went to sleep at like 3 a.m, 4 a.m, 5 a.m. is just the norm for me.
I remember. But it's work for you now though, isn't it? So like how do you find the balance then with like, obviously it's work, but then like you're saying, going outside, touching grass, meet your friends and all of that?
I think I had to set a streaming schedule. It can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna go live when I want to, because if I do that, I'm streaming for like 8-12 hours easy. And I think just setting boundaries that, okay, you know, yes, I can stream today, but you know what, it's actually okay as well to do something else. So like this sounds so mad, but like just even staying on top of laundry, because that can easily pile up.
Laundry is
that's the one that when the people come to your house as well, like it looks like you're going for a tough time. I mean, things might be absolutely fine. Let there be laundry all over the place and it's like.
So because I do laundry in my house, I get guard at my missus sometimes because I'm like, fam, didn't I just wash this? Like why is this trouser back inside? I'm like, fam, are you sure you want this, bro? Like,
my missus used to have this whole like wear once policy, innit? And I was like I get it in theory, innit? But like, if I wear a jacket, like, as in like a top coat or something.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like,
Yeah.
surely,
Yeah.
I don't have to wash this after the first shoot.
Yeah.
And, I might have worn it for an hour.
Trust
or
me,
something.
it's long still.
What?
It's long.
The
Yeah.
way the stuff was packed, I was like, no one could keep on top of this.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
do you
yeah.
get what I'm trying to say?
That's what
Like,
I'm struggling with. Like, as soon as I've like, even this, I'm putting it in the laundry bin after, but like, it might not necessarily like.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It's
It's
a
a
hype.
It's tricky,
Yeah,
especially
like-
if you're on fitness as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
if you go gym
That
like
one's
every
jarring, you have to-
day,
Yeah,
you have to-
that
you
one's
have to-
different.
you
That
have
one's
to-
different.
Laundry.
Yeah,
You have to
yeah.
wash.
I feel
to
like
repeat.
gym stuff is different. I don't know about your washing machine, but mine has like a sports, like.
you have the
sports-
Samsung one.
sports something.
How do you know? Man?
I don't know. You know what Samsung because there's like sports and bedding and all of that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
There's a
There's
sport function.
The sports one, it's an easy setting.
Are you not trying to flex on us? Or
Hey, boy.
I'm just saying, my thing chimes when it ends. That's what I'm-
Yeah, I got a little song. You know what I'm trying to say? But the
That
sports,
sounds like a microwave.
nah, bro, it can.
You
can.
gotta wash your clothes
But-
in the microwave.
Trust me, it's more high tech. But yeah, no, I hate you with the like you have to set a schedule. Otherwise,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's what. Because it's funny when it comes to women streaming. There's two people I know. There's you, and there's another girl that I can't remember her name. Oh, it's escaped me.
What in London?
Yeah, there's one other
You say
girl.
you're the only
No,
girl in London that...
The reason why I say that is because it's nice that women streamers in the UK are getting put on the map.
Yeah.
Because when I'm asking different people, they're like, "Oh, I don't know any other streamers apart from like," and they'll name like the men.
Mm.
So it's nice that you can actually.
Her name begins with an N. I think.
Do you know, I had one that we used to play COD with, to be fair, that was like a friend of a friend, because he wanted to start streaming and stuff like that as well. So she was actually, like, and I'll say she was actually, that sounds so bad, but no, she was good.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
but what's your tactics, by the way? So what,
Stephanie.
are you like a
Her name is Stephanie.
Stephanie.
Yeah.
Okay. Does she have a like gaming organization?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know,
yeah.
I've heard of Stephanie.
Yeah, so again, you two are the only ones that I've seen like about.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, yeah, 6 still.
Yeah.
What's your strategy? Do you push like early, or do you like basically recon and try and push late in terms of final circle and all that?
Oh, but I push everything, bro.
Say less.
You know what I don't rate
Come
when
on.
teammates are just not on it.
Like, say
Like,
less. You say crash everything.
oh,
Yeah.
that's how you get better though.
No,
Like when you put
100%.
yourself in those positions, but like I wouldn't. If you don't have tech, don't try that.
There was a stark difference in my game here when I ditched the whole like strategic like staying on the edge of the circle and all that kind of stuff here and picking people off and all that kind of stuff, and I moved to cool, now we're doing competitions, like if you ain't got a certain amount of kills by a certain time.
Oh, kill races.
Yeah, do you get what I'm trying to say? Exactly that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And that's when our game elevated. My
Yeah,
game
yeah.
elevated, innit? Do you get?
It's different because when you're final zone, yes, play strategic.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
know where you have to be. Like I'd prefer to be like on the hill.
Yeah.
I don't
of
like
course,
being
of
like
course.
down there.
But as soon as you see someone, they gotta go, bro. Like
Yeah.
obviously you recon and see like if there's someone coming from another direction or whatever it is, yeah, or someone pushing from behind or whatever. But I can't lie, those are the days, man. I might even know that. I ain't played COD in a minute, yeah, because it's life and
Life in it.
whatever.
I knew you'd say that.
Yeah.
Life,
But
innit?
do you know what it is, but I played FIFA more recently still, and I ain't played FIFA in years.
What?
Just
I
'cause I
wouldn't
felt
have.
I was playing it last
FIFA?
night, but like I'm on Rush though. Like
FIFA, I
easy.
wouldn't have.
Like Rush, like
Wow.
what?
It's
As
even
in
called
Pro
FIFA
Clubs
no more,
Rush,
yeah.
What would you? Huh?
Pro Clubs Rush,
Pro
or
Clubs
Ultimate
Rush.
Team. You don't play Ultimate Team.
No.
Yes.
I like making dumb, ugly characters and just like
Yeah,
having a
moving
laugh
mad.
on Rush.
Yeah.
Do you know how many blue, not even red, blue cards I've been getting?
Swear.
I ain't got
Yeah, you don't know what you
I
mean
ain't
by
got a
blue
clue.
card.
Oh,
Blue
I
card
have
is basically
no
like
idea.
Simbin. Have you watched you know because Rush is basically after Baller League.
I've never watched
Okay.
Bully League though. You know.
Oh.
I watch
I
Bully.
haven't
I
watched
watch
Bully
So
Bully.
you know like how you get a yellow,
Yeah.
if you get a second yellow, you get Simbin
Yeah, yeah,
basically,
yeah.
innit? Which is the blue card, innit? That's what.
It's not even called FIFA. Ain't it called Fs or something like
It's
that?
FC now.
FC.
That's
It's always
F's,
FIFA.
F's is actually jokes.
F's
F's is actually jokes.
But
But
do you know what it is? One thing I was gonna say is with gaming, one of the things that I've seen in my relationship was like there'll be times where, bro, like I used to use game to decompress in it.
Yeah.
I used to use game to come online and just chill with them and them chat, bust joke, laugh, and then just go to bed or whatever it is and cool off or whatever. But I saw how like at certain points, from my missus' perspective, like she felt like raw, like
Neglected.
do you know what I mean, just not even like, because I'll still the truth is, yeah, what I'll do is like to get 3 hours on game, I gotta do the 2
Yeah.
hours in it. Do you get what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say, or whatever it is in it? But even then, still, it kind of felt like tick box. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I love that. I love that. You guys are all married, right?
Yeah.
So like, I was like around I wouldn't say the peak of my streaming career because Lord knows what's gonna happen, but I was on like a
No,
generational run in 2020.
You're not your peak. Your
Yeah,
peak is
yeah,
coming.
yeah.
Amen.
You get me?
Yeah,
So I was like on a run around 2023 times. That's when you guys were like seeing like the interviews and all that kind of stuff. And around that time I was married. And I think recalling a lot of things, there were barely any times where I'd go to bed at the same time as my husband. And the marital bed is so sacred because that's not just where you make love, but it's also where you do pillow talk. It's like, yo, babe, like, how's your day? And like, even when he would come back home, I'm on the game. That was emotional neglect from my part, but I think as well, like, it was just a form of escapism for me, like dopamine. Do you get what I'm saying? But like you said though, you're mocking it if you don't at least try and spend time with them before going in the game. But like, I would ask for permission, like, trying to stream, like, is it okay? And stuff like that. You have to be mindful, like those kind of things. You can't just like game and not consider like your partner, because 1 hour can turn into like 3. Everybody's been there. And yeah, man.
What age did you get married?
Around 2021. I think I was like 23.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do the maths,
Yeah.
Young still.
Young, yeah.
Yeah.
That helped
Great
us.
age,
That
great
helped
age.
us connect the dots. But hey, so would you consider that young? Yeah. Like, or for you, is it like, okay?
I would say it was young for me. A lot of people are like, oh, this is why you don't marry young. No, it's about marrying wrong. There's a lot of like flourishing young marriages, you know. But like it opened up so much to me, and I feel like I've seen, like, marriage is a mirror. Like everyone knows. Like, do you guys remember your first marriage argument? My one is like, why are you placing the eggs there? Because now we're talking about whose upbringing is correct. So for me, eggs go in the fridge because it keeps them fresh. For him, it was the cupboard.
What?
Yeah.
You put eggs in the fridge.
So now you're judging me.
No, I did as well. I did as well. That's what I used to do.
You don't put eggs in the fridge, you know, man. That's
what I used to do still.
But that's the thing though, like, two cultures, two upbringings clashing, and it's like you can't navigate that in pre-counseling. Sometimes you have to get into it and learn it that way. So there was just so many petty arguments, but a lot of it was deep rooted into like just almost like a hit on an ego. Like, what are you trying to say? Like, that's not where it's meant to be. Like, that's wrong. No. And now you're making me feel as if like the way that I was raised was wrong and stuff like that. So there was just a lot of offense and whatnot. But yeah,
I find that stuff causes big division because it's just like everything's taken personal.
Yeah.
And actually, like, sometimes it's just like, oh, how you putting that there? And it's like, just put it somewhere else. And that could really be the end of it. But
what I find, is that more time is, if you already annoyed me yesterday, the egg thing might not have annoyed me normally. But because you annoyed me yesterday, this egg thing now. It's mad the way we see things. It's mad the way we see things, bro. Because you could have said to someone, "Okay, put the water back in the fridge." They didn't put the water back in the fridge, and instead of you thinking, "Oh, they just made a mistake," you can remix it into, "They don't listen to me.
You're violating. You don't listen to me. You don't do anything." It's always like you never do this.
And it's crazy still.
My missus one was mine. My missus. Her one was like, she just don't like leaving stuff like in certain out and all that kind of stuff in it. So like before I come back, it's gone. And it's so funny, like, honestly, people don't understand how, even though we talk about all the negatives of social media and all that kind of stuff, people don't understand how sometimes when you make these memes, that we're all living the same life and that, bro, it just makes me feel like,
I'm good.
Do you get? Because I didn't see the memes. Someone like, they might have like taken one spoon of their food and they put the plate down. They look back and it's gone. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, but it was like that, bro. Like, and I was like to her fam, like, why do you keep why do you keep moving my stuff? Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, I'll put things in certain places. It might look like a mess to you, but I know where it's at. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So now I'm looking for it and I'm asking you, have you seen it? And the worst thing is, more time I ask my missus, bro, have you seen it? She'll be like, no, I ain't seen it. Like, and I was like, fam, I know you was the last person to touch this thing. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So like, where do you go from here, innit? But yeah, man, so like, I was literally there, man. I understand all of them petty arguments and all that kind of stuff, but I understand how easily, like, and I've spoken about this before, but I've spoken about how easily, when one thing happened, and to be fair, when Dr. Amani came on, she was talking about how we make these judgments so quickly in our head. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, oh, the reason why you done that was because of this, that, and the other. But I see how like thoughts just build up quickly.
Yeah.
And we talk about like capturing thoughts and all that kind of stuff. But how these, and that's why now I've got a check and balance in place that as soon as I get into a certain situation, and then certain thoughts start flooding my head, and it's too one directional. I'm like, yo, I've got to take a pause here, innit? I find out what's really going on. But yeah, man.
That's why you can't go into marriage and like hold on to offense genuinely. And that's why the marital bed is important, because those are usually the times you can be like, yo, babe, like, what you did today kind of like bothered me, like, let's talk about it. But like when that is like not spoken about or confronted, it, like you guys said, it piles up, then you're keeping record of wrongs, and it's just like, they're like, yo, why are you exploding on me on this day? But like, they don't know it was ruminating in your brain for ages. So
So obviously you said you were married, so obviously now you're divorced. Yeah. So talk us through like, how was that kind of journey, like from marriage to divorce? Like, how was that for you?
It was difficult because I was carrying shame that was never mine. And the reason why I say that is because divorce is very taboo in the church. And the marriage was actually pretty public. Like, quite a lot of people in my circle, in my Christian circle, actually knew of the marriage. People on Twitter have seen it. And I think there was a lot of shame that I was carrying, because I was thinking about, what are people going to say? Or how does God feel about this? But to me, when I think about it, like, it was nothing to be ashamed of, because it was freedom for me. Like, it wasn't a safe space for me to carry on being in. And I think what's even more humbling is I've gone from being at my own house and going back to the ends, back in my family home, which I was trying to escape from. So it's such a humbling thing, having to rebuild, having to start again. And I think a lot of people don't even speak about, as a divorced woman, getting a taste of holy sex to then going back to being abstinent. Like, I was telling my friends the other day, like, yo, like, I'm a Christian. I was delivered from self-pleasure, but I find myself going back into it because I don't know what to do. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I was able to have that, and now I can't. Like, it was just taken away from me. And I think a lot of the times as well, a lot of women think that it's better to self-pleasure than to go out and find peen, because that's a proper sin, isn't it? But like, self-pleasure is like, oh, you can get away with it. You're not really like having sex. So those are like the challenges that I've found during that time.
It's real.
But I would say, like, it's been very bliss at the moment. Like, I can game for stupid hours now. I can stream. I can do what I need to do. I can go traveling. I can work on the things that I've realized about myself. Like, I'm not a good communicator. Like, yes, my partner did have some issues, but like, looking at myself, I was like, yo, in the marriage, like, I wasn't really managing my time well. Like, in my next marriage, I don't want to have to game for like hours and then like neglecting my husband. Or like, the next time I need to be communicative, like, how am I going to manage my emotions? Because I'm someone who bottles a lot of stuff up. Like, I've never been emotionally available in my family. They've never asked me, oh, how are you? It's just like, have you eaten? And then the beef is over. But like, I would shut down.
Living the same life.
I'd shut down a lot, and I would always give the silent treatment. And like, men hate silent treatment. Like, oh babe, why are you ignoring me? And it's just like, it's just sulking. But like, that's something that I realize is very harmful. And so there's just a lot of like rebuilding, basically.
And then you see, like, obviously you said like it's very blissful now. You can game for as long as you want. But are there times where you feel like, right, you know what? Like, you turn off the game or whatever it is, and it's like, oh, like, you would just like to, do you know what I mean?
Have someone to cuddle. Yeah, for sure. I mean, for sure. What's worse is when you're on Instagram and you're seeing engagement left, right, center, epidemic, and it's like,
People getting
oh my gosh.
So you come from married, and now you join the people that are slugging.
But do you know what it is? Yeah, like, I remember when I was like, I freshly got divorced, or like, I was in separation, and one of my close friends was like, I want to invite you to my wedding, and gosh, I was just like, I can't.
Facts.
I was like, I can't. First of all, people don't know what's going on. They don't even know that I'm separated or divorced. I'm going to a wedding and my husband's not with me. What are people going to say? And then on top of that, you're starting your new life and I'm basically ending my old one. Like majority of my old life was in South London. So imagine I was the one that moved closer to his family and his community. Mine's always been in East London, Hackney. I've gone from Dixies to Morley's. Do you get what I'm saying?
Great change though. But
Yeah,
And it's like,
great change.
yeah, and like even like
Don't say yeah like that.
Don't say yeah. Great change.
I had to leave behind a community that I had built in that old old life, and I was mourning a lot, mourning, you know, my old life, mourning the community that I built, mourning the life I built, mourning my routines, all of that kind of stuff, and I was just really, really scared to put myself back out there, which is kind of like confusing and contradicting because I was still streaming around the time, but I think around last year, like there was a time where I kind of I traveled and I stopped streaming as much. It to be honest, there was a hit on my viewership where like it went from like, but I think that's the importance behind obedience. Like, okay, God, this is my job. At the same time, I'm gonna listen to you if you're telling me to take a pause.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I'm not gonna worry about finances. I'm not gonna worry about losing out on like opportunities because I'm trusting that you're doing it in a work.
Yeah.
So
I think as well, what's interesting as well is like, I'm sure when you got married, or actually maybe I'm not sure, but in general, when people get married, they're like, you know, divorce is just, it's just, especially in the Christian context, never.
yeah,
Like it's almost like, hey, we're gonna
till the walls fall off.
till the walls fall off, whatever. That's like tends to be the mentality, and I feel like obviously as we got older, and you come across more like friends who've got divorced, etc. You start hearing it's like they open up a realer life to you. Do you know what I mean? And just how they feel about things. And I guess for you, is like, was there a moment that you realized, you know what, this isn't gonna work, or was it like gradual? Did it happen before you got married? Did it happen in the marriage? Like, how was that?
I think one thing that happened like before we got married was that I literally just surrendered my life to Christ in 2018.
Okay, right.
And it was like 2019 where he moved to me in my DMs. And so I was still pretty much like navigating a lot of stuff, very naive. There were red signs from both sides, not just from him, from my side as well. Like I told you guys, the communication issues, but like from him, I was definitely seeing red flags in the conflict resolution. Again, it wasn't a safe atmosphere. I chose to go into marriage despite knowing that because I was so sure it was in the will of God. Like I was like, you know what, we fasted and prayed about this. Like, yeah, like let's just get married. Blah 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 blah. When the red flags didn't stop, already like bit by bit, it was almost like a part of me having hope in the marriage was dying. If that makes sense. Like from like second year now, I was close to getting like emotionally or mentally like just over the marriage. Like I was just there. Third year, it was very clear like I've completely tapped out. And I think for me, I've always said to him like, if this doesn't change, I'm not coming back. There were times where I was saying that before, but like I was so sure because with me, I still have ego that I'm working on, but like I have this mentality, and I feel like it's just growing up in East London. Like I'm not a punk. You're not gonna punk me, bro. Like I'm not a punk. Like you're not gonna violate me, basically. And I feel like that was something that I had to learn in marriage. Like, okay, calm down. Ego needs to go down because like it's not every day your husband's your enemy. But like this thing was so serious that so many people was involved, trying to like sort out the situation. But I realized actually this can't live on. My friends actually they took me to Nando's and they were like, yo, you ain't got children, you don't have assets, you need to go, you need to leave, you need to get divorced. And
but why would they say that? Was it like changing attitude or changing your behavior, or what was going on?
So I was still calling them saying that I'm still going through experiencing domestic violence.
Right.
Okay.
So after first year, I was like, actually, do you know what's crazy? After my honeymoon, we had like a very explosive argument. And I was like, I feel like this is gonna end in divorce. Do you know how mad that is? That you've just gotten married. It's meant to be a blissful period, and you've had like an argument, but like you're thinking, no, this is gonna end in divorce. And divorce was always in the back of my mind. And wrongfully, to be honest, I used to threaten him with divorce a lot of the times.
Mm.
But I think what really made me like put a stop to everything was seeing the patterns of it. I don't think it's a sin to pay attention to patterns. I think it's a way in order to like, again, make sure that you're covering yourself so that you're safe. Keeping records of wrongs is different because I'm not gonna pin you to that, but I am going to see how many times this is happening to me, and it was happening quite frequently. And so that's when I was like, I went to a minister from the church and I was like, I think I want to get divorced. And they were like, listen, when you guys got married, you guys went straight into ministry. You guys need a proper chance. Before we can even get to having a meeting with his dad, unfortunately, like a situation happened and I had to call the police. And so after that, we were like separated for a while. Now, at the time, I was like really broke at the time, so I couldn't afford to actually file for divorce. Do you guys know how expensive a divorce is? It's like £500-600
Just for the application.
just for the application. So it was weird because I can't pray to God and say, "Oh God, like bless this divorce." But like in the moment, I felt peace from God, being able to walk away, and that's that's what a loving father does. Like, even though divorce was never in his will, he still gave me peace to be able to walk away from a situation that would potentially be like harmful to me, or was harmful to me, should I say. And so I had to wait like a couple of months, and then when I came back from America, I was served. I saw that, petition for divorce, and I was like, thank you, God, because that's what I was hoping. I was hoping that he would file it. And then since then, it was just like, I was going through the healing stages from years ago. So now when it's all coming up, people are like, are you okay? Bro, I've been okay. Like, we've been going through this silently for like years.
Yeah.
It's been like 2 years now?
Okay.
Or 3 years. I don't know.
I was gonna ask you, so like obviously you mentioned before, you obviously not having like your dad being able to be present for you in certain situations and all that kind of stuff. So when this was going on, and obviously because you spoke about it before, and how that meant that you kind of clinged to whoever you was in a relationship with at the time, basically, yeah. So like when you was going through the divorce now, what was that like in terms of not necessarily having, let's say, like a male figure that had your back, or did you have like male friends that stepped in, or?
I think.
Or were you even telling people? Like doing?
Yeah, no, I did tell like my village. There were like my brothers in Christ did like come to me and be like, yo, like we're trying to hold people accountable. And like I'll never forget this, but like one of my brothers in Christ said, sister, I wanted to say I'm sorry because God forbid anything happened to you. And like I was telling the guys, like, if something did happen to you, I would have never forgiven myself because we didn't take it seriously at the time. And I feel like when it's mutuals and everybody knows both parties, it's difficult to intervene. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, imagine your boy's wife coming to you and saying, yeah, this is what happened. Like, what do you even do? But I think it's disappointing because I genuinely feel like all the men in my life have disappointed me. And so whatever I lost, I felt like God restored because God did give me pastors now. I'm still not rooted or planted in a church. I'm still looking. Like I went to KAC like literally the other week. And I'm still trying to overwhelming. I can't lie. There was like a lot of young people and I'm like, I'm an introvert. So
it was because you mentioned the thing about Hillsong as well, that is big and stuff.
It was a lot, man. I'm someone who hurdles past the chairs after service, but I'm going home, man. Even like when they're like, oh, say hi to your neighbor. Oh my gosh, I'm saying hi to the neighbor I know. So I did tell people, and there were people there for me, like mostly sisters in Christ, but there were like brothers in Christ as well that would lift me up and let me know I'm standing with you. And I think ultimately, like, I want people to just stand with what's right and what's wrong rather than who I've known the longest. Do you get what I'm saying? So, yeah, there were times of like isolation where, again, I was struggling with God and I was like, I'm angry at you. You didn't give me the justice that I needed. I was willing to testify that you would give me justice, but I feel like I can't do that at the moment. And there were times where like I had a spiritual strike where I didn't pray, didn't like read the word for ages, didn't worship. when I see Christian content on my For You page, I'm just,
Mm.
I was so angry at everyone.
And do you feel like you've got to a place now where you feel like, because I guess one of the questions that you'd have, right, is like why is this stuff happening, like, or why is it happening to me? Similar to like how you described, obviously dealing with your man passing away, and obviously, like, sorry to hear that, and condolences as well. But like, did you have that same sort of like time of essentially like those questions again, where it's like, why is this happening to me, sort of thing? And how did you deal with that?
Do you know what? I
If you
didn't
did.
have that question, and because when I look back at everything, there were signs there already. It was just being able to see it in a sober manner and be like, you know what, this is the consequences of me not walking away when I should have. And this is not to say, and please hear me, viewers, this is not to say that people who are going through it deserve it, or people who are going through it should have seen it happening, because it's not a one size fits all where
case by
everybody could do
case.
damage control from the get-go.
Yeah.
But in my scenario, I don't think we were a fit for each other at all. I think that we were still trying to I think we were still very much immature. I think that priorities were in the wrong order. I feel like we prioritized ministry over our marriage. I feel like I prioritized my career over my marriage. And I think that we should have stepped down from everything the moment that this was happening and, probably worked at the marriage more. But again, the Bible does say produce fruit that is consistent with repentance. And so I'm not to blame if the other person refuses to change. And he's not to blame if I refuse to change. And so we clashed a lot. And just looking back at everything, like, genuinely, I can't blame God at all. The only thing that I really, really blamed God for was when it got to court and I didn't get justice. That's when I was like, you could have intervened. And the word says that you are just, that you defend the oppressed, that, this vengeance is yours. And it's like, I was fasting and praying before court and then didn't get justice. And I was thinking, yo, my enemies must be smug right now. And to me, again, that's a hit on my pride and ego, because it's like, you've done me wrong. But like the fact that now you got the backing of saying that, oh, well, it basically didn't happen because didn't get charged for it, that jars me. Because how am I meant to share that with people who feel like they need to press charges, but now if they hear my story and I didn't get justice, they're probably going to get discouraged. Someone under my YouTube video was like, so when did you get vindication? I don't know. I'm still waiting. And that's a tough thing to have to say as a Christian, that I feel like I haven't been vindicated yet. And I'm getting like encouragement saying, you will get vindicated, justice looks different for everybody. And like, I've really struggled with that, but I think I really had to get that revelation from God himself so that my heart would be softened, because hearing it from other people was jarring me. I can't lie. Like, it's only the Holy Spirit himself that has to say that to me for me to actually genuinely be trusting in him. Because when other people were saying it to me and I had a hardened heart, I was just like, whatever, man. I don't even want to be a Christian anymore. This is long, bro.
Well, but just because, again, and like, forgive my confusion or whatever it is, but what about getting an official charge equals vindication? Or because, like, from my perspective and from hearing you speak, right, it's like, wouldn't like you being free from that situation, like, and people acknowledging that your situation was a certain way and all that kind of stuff, would that not suffice? Or was there something about the charge that I'm not basically seeing, or something like that, that goes above and beyond that?
I think when you're being told, go to court, then they're not going to believe you, right? A part of you wants the results to be in your favor so you can prove them wrong. So when I pressed charges, it was to prove a point. And I mentioned this in my YouTube video. I wanted to prove a point. I wanted to show people, hey, there's consequences to your action, even as a believer. And so when it was like 3 charges he didn't get convicted for, but like one he did. Was it enough for me? No, because for me, again, I wanted to be able to testify, yo, I got my justice. It doesn't feel like justice that I'm safe and sound now. I feel like it's just my right to be safe and sound. I feel like this is potentially like an add-on to be able to say, yo, like, I took this person to court and I got the results I wanted. Glory be to God. I didn't though. So what now? What now? How can I testify to God about this? But I think one thing that God is so strategic about is even what the enemy meant for evil, like he'll still turn it around for good. I'm able to actually talk to people who also didn't get justice. Like, yo, I'm still holding on to the faith. And I think everything that I've gone through, whether it was in my favor or not, or whether, you know, I didn't understand it, like, I find that God strategically, like, gives me wisdom to be able to testify about it, you know? So yeah, I've done a lot of reflecting, and it's just like, I'm just taking it step by step, man. And God is really still revealing a lot of things about himself to me.
So having been through what you've been through, what is your like view on, or like your heart towards that marriage now?
Yeah.
Generally?
I still love marriage. I still want a marriage. I think one thing that God is really having to heal in me is, God, I don't want to marry a minister anymore. I was like, dead. Not trying to be a first lady. Dead. I don't want to do this ministry thing. Like in my previous marriage, I felt like going to church was duty. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I had to show up at church even when I didn't want to, even when I was sick, because people would be asking, oh, where's your wife? Like, bro, I feel like I'm back in my... You know, when I was a kid, I used to get beats if I didn't go to church. Belt. So it was really triggering to me, because it was like, not that would happen in my marriage, but feeling like I have to go to church rather than like I want to go to church because I love God. It was the wrong motive. So yeah, man. I really do want a marriage. Even when like my friends would come to me and say, I'm struggling with my marriage, if I wanted to project, I could project because I'm hurt, or I was hurt. But I would say, guys, restoration is possible, but you need to take inventory so that God can redeem your marriage. Because where there's pride and where people are saying that they haven't done anything wrong, God will not work through that. It's not that he can't, he won't work through that. And that was a warning that some of my friends gave us in the marriage. Like, God can redeem this, but people who are in the wrong need to take accountability. And so unfortunately it went the other way. You know, it could have been a whole different story, but I mean, that's what pride does, you know.
That's a very good,
man.
Very good word, that one, in terms of taking inventory.
Take inventory.
Even what you said about like just feeling justice, and then that verse in the Bible where it says, and I'm paraphrasing, but like basically, husbands, if you mistreat your wife, God don't answer your prayers.
Yeah.
Do you get me? And it's like, at that time for you, that must have felt like, where's this verse? Like,
right.
Like, where is it? Do you get me? Like, where's the power in this verse if this is the case? So when you said that, I was like, I fully get that still. Just looking to be like, God, like, where are you in what you said you are gonna do? Which is mad, man.
But yeah, man, do you know what it is? Like, one thing I will say is, like, and I don't want to be tokenistic, but like, genuinely sorry to hear like the stuff that you went through, obviously, innit? And obviously, like, I bless God because obviously, like, even through it, like, there's purpose. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That you've obviously alluded to and spoken about. I think sometimes people find it difficult when, like, I said this before, innit? Like, there's generally like 3 times that we go through like tough times and stuff like that. Sometimes it's because of the mistakes that we've made, the choices that we've made. Sometimes it's because of our ignorance, and then sometimes it's just for God's glory, and it can be a mixture of any of those 3. And there might be more than that as well. I feel like sometimes people find it very difficult to think that I might have just passed through this just so I can give someone else the better advice and all that kind of stuff. But there's real purpose in that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And yeah, man, generally, like, I think this is also a call for people that are in circles and in these villages and in communities to really check and actually take an active part. And I feel like that's something that we've been, or that myself, that I've been thinking about a lot lately, innit? In terms of just like, I don't know, with the man them, a lot of the time, like, we tend to be like islands. Like, no one can really chat for me and what's going on in my life. And especially, like, again, it's deeper rooted. Like, I've come from a single parent background and all that kind of stuff. And that everyone was telling me I'm the man in the house and all that kind of stuff because I'm the only boy in the house and all that kind of stuff. So, like, the protective nature I had over my family and all that kind of stuff, basically it just meant that, bro, no one's chatting for me or anything or mine. Do you get? But I've had to deconstruct that and break that down a bit and actually be like, right, but who's going to hold me accountable. Like,
Accountable.
he's gonna, and I think that's a real lesson here as well in
Yeah.
terms of just like checking on those around you. And I
Yeah.
think one of the things that you said that's very deep is siding with what's right rather than who you know.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah,
That
yeah,
pseudo loyalty that everyone like kind of like tends to lean towards and that kind of stuff
Yeah.
is damaging. Do you get?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, listen, I can't lie. This one, this
Yeah,
is
slow,
one of them
slow.
ones that you drive home in the car.
No
You got
music.
no music
Silent.
on.
Aye,
No
you
music.
You're just
start
like,
listen,
yo,
think
start
about
looking out the
life.
window
You're
where
just
you
trying to
start thinking,
understand.
listen.
Do you get what I'm trying
Facts.
to say? But
Mm.
honestly, like, and again, just big you up on your
Yeah,
gaming
yeah.
career because
Hey.
honestly, even mass.
Listen.
Hey.
Let's
a
be
big
real,
one.
like,
It's a big
aye,
one, so.
soon. Sorry, one day you're gonna see man in the lobby, big hand over eating on a couple of things and that. You see? But yeah, man. Nah, honestly, man, it's been great having you on.
Yeah, for
real. Yeah.
And obviously more to come, man. Because I feel like there's a
Sure.
lot that we can just and obviously that the listeners can
Yeah,
glean
yeah,
from.
yeah. I ain't
For
gonna lie. Still, I'm gonna even take my notepad out. Still,
Yeah, for
you know,
real.
sometimes I listen back to episodes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm just like, when I feel like there's something poignant being said. I'm like,
Yeah.
let me take stock, and I feel like this is one of those ones. Taking stock
It's mad.
still.
Honestly, like I would love to come back to speak about forgiveness because boy, that one is a big one for this generation. Like
Yeah.
honestly, I'm
Aye.
how
Word.
how do you forgive someone who's like hurt you or continuously hurting you? Like it's mad.
And did you
Yeah.
feel like that's a stage in your journey that you've reached, or is it one that you're still working on?
I mean, I choose to forgive every single time I remember it. So like the Bible says, forgive 70 times 7 times. You know, limit your access, but like whenever that offense does arise, forgive. And like even praying for your enemies, I'm telling you, the first time you do it, you're not gonna mean it. It's like I lifted up my ex-husband a couple of months after this situation because I really owed it to myself. If I'm actually going to be safe, if I'm gonna be at peace, I need to do whatever I need to do to ensure bitterness is gone from my heart.
Yeah.
Because I can't be praying for promotion in my gaming career and I've still got bitterness.
Yeah.
So just a little nugget as well. When Joseph got betrayed and he had to interpret dreams, he could have easily said, nah, I'm bitter. I got wronged. Bun all of you guys. I don't want to help you guys. But he still was integral enough and had the humility to serve people, even though he was wronged by his brothers and by even Potiphar and his wife.
Yeah.
So I remember leaning on the story of Joseph because I'm like, I don't see the palace now, but I'm gonna
get there.
I'm gonna be integral on my way there.
Yeah, facts.
So I was lifting up everyone, bro. I was lifting up him. I was lifting up my ex-friends. I was just lifting up his family. Then I'd be getting like weird dreams. Like in the dream, we're all happy again and good. But that's not the reality. And even after I shared my story, attacks started coming left, right, center. Do you get what I'm saying? Like burner accounts. And I'm still again having to forgive. And so even with healing, people believe healing is a constant process, which it is. But also, I do believe God is also in the business of you just being emotionally healed. Because why can we believe that God can heal cancer, God can heal your leg, God can heal this, he can do it once and for all. But like with emotional healing, he can't do it as well. Like I feel like I've healed from the weight of the DV, but like from, I guess, attitudes and actions after, I'm still having to forgive. And I do believe God will take me to a place where I can also fully, like I could say I've fully forgiven this person. But as of now, like I'm trying, like even when I come on these podcasts and like share my story, I'm still very mindful of still like having a sense of like covering. And it's like, should I be? But at the same time, like in my heart and the Holy Spirit is like saying like, yo, this story is about redemption. It's not about expose. So yeah, like it could have been another time where it would have been an expose if I hadn't had healed. But I can come here and speak about even me as well and what I've done wrong. So yeah.
Nah, I feel you. All right, listen, guys.
I ain't gonna lie. Well, one quick question actually. You mentioned ex-friends. You mentioned praying for his family. Yeah. So just very quickly, I guess, how was that process in terms of telling your friends and family that, listen, I'm getting a divorce, and how was it with his family telling them that, listen, like this is done?
when the last situation happened, when I actually genuinely pressed charges, everybody was involved. So I was actually calling up everyone I knew, church folk, his parents. When like I'd actually called the police on him for the last time, I was calling up everybody so they were aware. Called up my dad. I was crying. My dad doesn't read, like, I don't call my dad crying, bro. He's the last person I would ever call. But I was crying and I was like, I'm coming home. Like, this is what happened. And he was like, okay, come. And they weren't asking me like, are you okay or whatnot? But they were just like making sure I was good in terms of like, have you eaten this and the other. But I think because everybody knew the context of the situation of why we were separated, it wasn't a shock that when we got divorced, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Because we weren't talking anymore. Circumstances wouldn't even allow us to talk because I pressed charges. There was also a restraining order.
Right.
So even if we wanted to talk, we can't talk. The way that we would talk was through mediators. Like, okay, he can come pick up his stuff on Thursday, like that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, I just wasn't willing to work it out. Like, I told my friends, I'm not willing. You could, like, no one can work with that.
Yeah.
No one can work with that. I wasn't willing. Even then, like, I think my friends were saying, oh, you know, we're praying for your marriage. No, actually, they weren't even saying that. They were like, God actually released us from praying for your marriage.
I never heard that one before, but that is groundbreaking.
It's deep because when people aren't changing, and it's a matter of also like safety, like what are you meant to do? What are you meant to do? Like, wasn't there like a time in the Bible where God even said, I don't want you to pray for this wicked generation anymore? I didn't even think God can say something like that, where he can say, stop praying. I'm not hearing your prayers for that.
There's even parts of the Bible where it talks about when someone is unrepentant in their ways, it talks about praying them into the hands of the enemy.
But this is the thing that I was struggling with. Like, I was speaking to my pastors and I was like, bro, we need to bring back excommunication in the church, but I'm not hearing this. Why is sin so rampant that there are still leaders and ministers on the pulpit still preaching and they're still living in sin?
Do you know what? You've got that exact same view because he was like, there's a certain level of sin, and tell me if you agree with this, but there's a certain level of sin, public or not public, whichever way it's been made public. There's a certain level of sin that you do as a leader that you should not be able to return back to that office. Do you feel like that as well?
I know that my one's a bit extreme compared to a lot of people, by the way. So I'm not even, and again, it's just my view. But because of the mantle of leadership, I feel like you said, there's been a depreciation for what that actually entails. Do you know what I mean? The fact the Bible says that leaders will be judged more harshly. I feel that we skip past it. Do you get me?
Being without reproach.
Being without, do you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
It's a big thing to be a leader in the generation, especially when it comes to Christ. And I feel like there are certain things that once you step over that line, and again, my one isn't even just that, oh, listen, you're banished from the love of God. That no one has the authority to do that for me. Do you get me? You are, the love of God is open for you. The forgiveness of God is open for you. But in terms of position,
Step down.
come and sit down.
Yeah.
Come and sit down and
Never
just
to return.
for certain
I
things.
feel like if they're repentant, I feel like still stay. Like that Bible verse literally says, if they are unrepentant, like give them over, because their heart is so hardened that not even like the church or the elders can even speak to them. But like what you said, sin as a part, like I don't think we're deep in. Pastors actually shepherd, which means you're leading a flock. You're responsible and accountable for souls. And so when you're sinning, your sin also creeps into the congregation. Do you know how dangerous that is? That's so mad. No, there are people who are in sin and they're still doing conferences and events and shepherding, and it's genuine. Like, God is not pleased. And like even recently I've been seeing like there's leaders that are getting exposed, and I'm seeing they're shaken in the kingdom. And because people aren't listening to God in their quiet time, they're now having to be exposed in public so that they could be held accountable by everyone. Because again, there's so many enablers in the body. There's so many enablers. And I hate to talk about the bride of Christ like that, but it's unfortunate. God is looking for a spotless bride.
Do you know what it is? And I hear your sentiment about, because I feel like this every time we get into these subjects about pastors and that kind of stuff, because it's like, I know they're going to be judged differently. I know it talks about how we deal with elders and all that kind of stuff as well, yeah. But the truth is that I'll be real, like it gets to a point where we have like we've spoken about this before, like a duty of care as well. Because there's not only experienced members in your flock, there's also new members in your flock. There's also people that are their foundations are being built in this time where these things are going on. But
bro,
honestly,
just on that, I remember for me, yeah, personally, I remember when I first became a Christian, yeah, and I first became a Christian, and because I first became a Christian, and I was talking to my brethren about Christianity, a couple of my brethren gave their life, they will come church. Do you know what I mean? But I remember my brethren would hear that, oh, Shay done a thing with that person though. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they don't think, and I remember it didn't even come through, it came through one of my other friends, and they were like, oh, bro, like, if Shay can kind of do that,
I can.
bro,
I can.
remember
And
one of my
bro, do you know how
brothers
mad it is to hear that?
Yeah.
And that's from man. That's just, do you get me?
Yeah.
I'm just their brethren, bro. When I heard that for me, yeah, listen, it's like my heart sunk.
Bro, I wanted to
bro.
cry blood, bro.
Bro,
There was a
my
time,
heart
yeah,
sunk, bro.
There's a time one of my dogs is like to me, but I say you're not. Like he said, I say you're not having sex before marriage though. I was
Techie.
finished.
Bro.
You know when a non-believer calls you out as well, or someone who's still like young in the faith calls you out, that's how you know it's
Bro,
mad.
I was
Listen,
finished,
bro. And it's a feeling, and it's like, it's such a feeling of, I'm so disappointed in myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
Especially for the effect, yeah. And that's what you're talking. The effect on what you said, the effect of what we're having on people who are young in the faith as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Which
But
is
it's
like,
true, but it's true. A lot of the times we get into these spaces and we feel like very heavy in our hearts. The truth is like we've got a lot of unchecked sin that we should have dealt with prior to this even happening.
yeah.
It's a good point that you've raised there.
Facts.
And I feel like again, this is going back to like what are we really doing in our secret time? What are we really spending time with God on? What are we working through? What is God working in us? Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, if we've seen no fruit of change or whatever it is since coming to Christ, then that is something to be like, actually, now what is going on?
and by the way, as well, no one should listen to this and be like, oh, let me start looking at leaders. Look at yourself.
Yeah.
100%.
Because when we
And
go
that's what
home,
we're saying, introspection.
we're looking at ourselves, bro. Like, what am I doing that I can change? What's the sin that I'm carrying? Do you get me? What are the imperfections that like I can give to God and say, listen, with a repentant heart, listen, God, these are my issues, these are my problems. I don't want to do this no more.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like this no more. And that's your direction. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
But listen,
you're taking us
we
somewhere.
can keep
still.
rapping. We
You're
can
taking
keep
us.
rapping, but we got a part 2 coming.
Yeah,
man, for sure. Like, we
facts.
need to do a return leg.
Listen, and anytime you want to
shout me,
jump
I'm 20
on,
Open door
minutes
policy.
come on.
Jesus.
You get me? Darling, we'll get a young Dixie's one of these days. Get a young Dixie's, we'll chop it up properly, man.
Alright, word. But yeah, man, love every single time.
Yeah, man. Love.